Yeah.
It is a good fit. They play fast. Halliburton plays fast. Pascal's elite in transition. Like, they are going to be better. They're going to be tough to stop.
Yes.
But
They don't play no defense.
all right, we are back. It is the OGs, and we got a special show today. We got the 2000 draft in a chokehold.
Yes, sir. Well, I ain't gonna say yes, sir. I wasn't in the motherfucker, but I watched y'all.
We all the same class.
I watched y'all.
We were the same class. We got it in a chokehold, man. Obviously, happy to have Q Rich, D Miles, leading up the Knuckleheads Podcast, which is elite. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It is elite, man. We appreciate y'all coming on here.
Oh, look, man.
You already know.
The
Y'all
OGs,
brothers,
we had to pull up.
Appreciate
You guys
y'all,
are the
man.
OGs. Like I said, we have the 2000 draft in the chokehold. You guys both drafted by the Clippers. All right,
Yep.
3rd and 18th. That team. Oh, here we go. We got some video of the Knuckleheads.
There you go.
But when you guys did that, and you guys were with the Clippers, that was an exciting time. Like, that team, to me,
Yeah.
obviously being in the league, watching it, like, that team had everything.
Hell yeah.
Like, it was young, it was talented, it was entertaining. Like, talk about that start with the Clippers. I mean, obviously as a rookie, you're trying to get your feet and you're trying to figure out your game. But what went wrong there? Why did it not work?
Man, we ain't had the right type of ownership. If we had Steve Ballmer, who they got now, we'd have probably signed 2 max players back then with all of us being young. Like Jeff Weltman, who's now running the Magic, he was the assistant general manager back then. He basically helped draft both of us, and like he was somebody that we both talked to a lot during that year. And I talk to him now, obviously, with him being in Orlando, me working for the Magic. And we was talking one time, he was just like, Q, you realize that with everything we had going on, it never even got talked about because that's just not what Donald Sterling did. He didn't sign rookies after that. We would get 4 years and guys would go. Like, he never signed guys. So it was never even a discussion to actually add to what we had. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had the ability in the salary cap space to sign 2 max guys during that time. We had D, me, Elo, Corey, Keon, all of these young dudes. They could have had 2 max dudes with that.
Yeah, that team was so fun to watch.
No, they was loaded.
Yeah,
Keon, shout out Keon, man.
Yeah,
The
Keon.
D's.
Like how on screen it looked like we was just a buddy, which we was, but how competitive we was towards each other was
Our
like
practice was
talking about
crazy.
practices.
Our practice was crazy, bro.
I can
Practice
imagine.
was
Crazy.
like just
I can imagine.
crazy.
We felt like the
this,
bench was better than the starters. That's how we felt.
Yeah, we was kicking their ass every
They
day.
ain't
I
get
can
wins
believe
in
it.
practice. They get no wins.
No
and we
wins.
would go
Every
weeks
day.
and weeks talking shit about that. Like, y'all boys can't even get a W up in here.
Yeah. Every day. Lamar used to want to play with the second team because we used to be running their ass.
I know
all day.
Elo probably tried to go play one-on-one after taking the ass. Well, let's go play one-on-one. You know they from New York.
Yeah, that's just every day shit talking. Alvin Gentry used to be like, "Hey man, hey, shut up, man. Let's just hoop."
Now we used to for real be about to
the
fight. Like,
whole
remember
game.
Elgin Baylor had to break me and Corey up? Me and Corey, like, Corey McGee. First of all, y'all know he's strong.
That's
as
two
fuck.
strong motherfuckers
Corey,
right there. That was a
Corey,
strong-ass fight. Elgin Baylor
when it
have a
happened,
chance.
we getting into, we all up in each other's face doing our thing. Elgin come walking up, Corey there, whoo, whoo, Matrix this ass, like, hold on, bro, you can't just throw Elgin like that.
That's a strong fight. Elgin wouldn't have stood a chance, boy.
Hey.
That was a strong-ass fight.
But we was the bottom of the barrel. Like, we was geeked to get drafted, but we did still realize that we was on the worst team in the NBA. They won 17 games before we got there.
That's why they had all those picks.
So we got there and we won 31. You know what I'm saying? Our
Practice at
first
a
year.
JUCO.
We added Elton.
Damn.
Hold on.
Bro, we ain't
Practicing
even
where?
take showers after practice, bro.
Where were you practicing
We
at?
had to go home. We
At
practiced
junior
at a
college.
junior college, LA Southwest Junior College.
Yeah.
Y'all see that new arena they're
That's, how
building
the
now? Huh?
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And this
Steve
is why
Ballmer,
and the
boy.
Lakers still was practicing in the arena.
Nah, the Lakers had their own practice
yeah, they
facility.
had
So they had their own facility at that
Yeah,
time, and
yeah.
y'all practiced at a JUCO.
We practiced at a JUCO.
Bro, we get
in
out of
South
practice,
Central.
like you even pulling up to practice or leaving, kids, like college kids is on, they like, yo, look at the car, they hitting, they saying, what's up, Lamar, hold them cute,
Guys'
whatever. They,
cars
all
were
of that,
getting,
all of
guys'
that.
cars were getting broken into and all that shit.
It was legit
I
crazy.
see why the Clippers be whipping on the Lakers' ass these days.
The weight room look like a closet.
I see why the Clippers be whipping on the Lakers' ass nowadays.
Hey, we paid
I
our
love that
dues.
get back. I love watching them win them games.
That's
too.
crazy.
We paid our dues and they're like,
Shout out Steve Ballmer though,
It's just
boy.
crazy,
He flipped
bro.
the table. I'm telling you, like that dome, the Intuit Dome and the arena and everything. The really like I like what Doc did when he kind of got in power over there in LA. The way he changed the arena and made it. Because the whole time we was there, Staples Center always looked like the Lakers' home, regardless if it was our home game or not. When Doc came, he was the first person that came and made them really change the aesthetics on game day.
Or even
When I saw
cover
that, I
up
was
the
like, man, they
jerseys.
covered all the Lakers stuff up and put up, the Clippers stuff. Like that was I was like, that's big. Like now you feel like it's your arena. Like we in there playing with purple chairs and Lakers jerseys and all of this and that. Like he had them cover that stuff and make all Clipper stuff. So that was good. But like Steve Ballmer, he came in and flipped the fucking table.
I ain't gonna lie to you, it's crazy you say that stuff because we're old, but we're not that old. We're OGs, but we're still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that we've done this for 20-some years now, look how much the game's changed. Not just financially, but players and arenas and owners and like everything's changed. Talk about the state of the game now and where it's at, players-wise, financial-wise, compared to what it was when we came in there. Because I think that's a big thing to talk about.
I love the game because I just love basketball. I hate the defenses out of it. Like I was just watching the 76ers and Denver game the other day. They had like 70 points at halftime. You know what I'm saying? In our games, like it was 70 or 80-point games, or it was hard for guys to really score 100 points because defense was it. So I don't really like the defense that got took out the game like that. But I just love basketball, so I love how they rock. And you seeing big man, you seeing 7'3" guys dribbling the ball. You see what Joel Embiid doing is just crazy right now. He's dominating, but he's doing it looking like a guard. All his moves is like guard type move. He ain't post up one time.
Shit, think if D Miles came out now. That was like
Man, listen, all that
the way he played, if he came out now,
NIL money, you would have came out if they would have got that NIL money, or you would have went to college and got that check.
No, if I can go straight out of high school, I was out.
So you'd have still went to college. You still went
at
pro.
the time was the highest pick out of high school.
Yeah, you still went pro. Even if you would have got a chance to go to college and make $1 million or $2 million and say, I could experience this college lifestyle, make a couple million, and then still go pro.
Yeah, I didn't want to go to college.
You ain't want to fuck with that.
Nah, I ain't really want to.
Nobody want to go to
You
school.
could have just did what I did. You could have majored in basketball.
Like I went to DePaul. I took a visit to DePaul, and Q was like,
you could have majored in basketball.
Like,
Like
going to college.
Hold on, what happened?
I was his host.
Okay, let me ask this. So where this started?
At Westchester
High School.
High
Trevor
School.
Reed's high school. That was their celebration.
Oh, okay.
So like
I used to make
told
Q
you-
go to the games because he wasn't trying to go to high
he's
school
still
games.
going. You got to watch him.
He was still in high school.
You did. He 19. He still trying to
I
go to
was
the prom and
18.
stuff.
I
Now
was 18.
I ain't look, man. Look. All right, now I'm cool. I was too old for that. But
He
like,
just left,
I used to
man.
make you go.
so what it
One foot
was,
in.
Southwest Junior College was like 5 minutes. Where we practiced was like 5 minutes from Westchester, from the high school. So like it was like to go from practice to his house in Marina Del Rey, you gonna drive right past the high school. Like, so we would go, we started going to their practices, we started going to their games, then we got to know them a little bit, we started pulling up their practicing, playing with them, and so we fucking with them.
I knew her son.
Hassan Adams was a
From
McDonald's All-American.
Nike camp. He was a junior when I was finna be a senior.
So he worked the camp. And
So I knew her son.
so we started rocking with them. They like, yo, man, like, they doing it in the game. We like, oh, they turning up. They was like one of the best teams in the country too, though. They was like top 10, top 5 team in the country too. So we going to the game and stuff. It's like, okay, it's cool. It was turned up. You know, we been watching them play against the best teams in the city and all that stuff. They doing their stuff. So one time they like, man, y'all need to do our stuff in the game. You know what I'm saying? We like, all right. So you know, he dunked and shit. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So he was doing it more. I had to diversify my shit. Like, look, I shoot threes and shit. I can't just be waiting for every dunk when I don't get that many dunks. This bitch get 4-5 dunks a game. That's what he do.
But he started doing it every single time we do something. Yeah. Because like I said, I get my dunks. I'm getting my 3-4 highlights, and you know I'm doing it throughout the game. This boy just started doing it every time he get a bucket. Like, I'm talking about, like, every time he score,
I wasn't
he do
dunking
it.
that much. I was getting
So I'm
layups
like, oh, all
and
right,
threes.
yeah.
That shit went crazy, though.
No, that shit went crazy.
We had no clue, bro. Like, if it was like now, like how, you know, social media and all that shit, like the first time that I feel like that we really saw somebody else do it on TV was when Nate Robinson, and it's funny because he became my teammate and all this shit, but I can remember us being in the locker room at Staples Center, and it was an early game that day, and you know, Pac-12, Pac-10 or whatever out west be playing on TV, early games, college. He tip dunked on Channing Frye. This was Washington against Arizona. And I didn't even know who he was or what the fuck was going on at the time. But all I remember, little bitty bitch go up, tip dunk off the rim, and he come up off that thing. I say, oh, yo. I say, yo, brother. And he was like, you know, like when I get to meet him, when I was in Phoenix, I got traded to the Knicks, and we was together. He got drafted by the Phoenix, and we was in the trade together. So we at the press conference together. Nate couldn't contain himself. Like, he was like sitting here with me, but he wanted to tell me, like, I met you before. Like, you don't even know it. Like, we had, back to our rookie year, me and D went to Gary Payton charity game in Seattle. Nate is a kid, a teenager did. Him and his brother,
they stole
a car and drove down to the Key Arena and got into the Key Arena.
Rewind.
And we ended up giving him, like, he had D Miles, he had both of our jerseys from that game in his house.
Hold up, Nate and them stole a car to go to the game?
Stole a car to go downtown to the game, the Key Arena. And after the game, we see Lil Nate now. We
like some
autographed
kids just
their
don't
jersey.
even know him, but like autographed jerseys, give them to him. All these years later, we go play Seattle. When I'm my first year in New York, we go back to Seattle, go to his crib. His mama got them joints up in the frame in the living room.
Nah.
And I don't want to say like we started celebrating. We not the first to start celebrating.
Yeah.
Because like when we got to the league, it was still an old school league where a lot of teams didn't fuck with us celebrating.
Yeah.
Like Jerry Sloan used to be like
that shit.
And then, you know, guys used to be in the locker room, the coaches be like, yeah, don't let D Miles them get out here and get to doing this and stuff. But we're seeing it elevate to now seeing how the younger guys and everybody celebrating with, you know, I feel like we got a part of that. But we put something in the game that
we needed
lasts.
that, especially for us.
You know, it made it fun because, like I said, nobody else in the league was celebrating like us. But now you see NBA games and you see all these guys like everybody got their signature thing. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
I feel like we are part of that, even though we wasn't the first to.
But y'all are part of that, and y'all are part of history when it comes to that part of it. The headbands, the baggy shorts.
We part
you know
of
what I'm
that
saying?
headband
The camaraderie, the
culture.
celebration. Yeah, that was for the culture. We know what it was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for everybody. So if it ain't for you, then stay your ass over there. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't for everybody, but for me and us.
The craziest part of that though is like you said, we not that far removed, but like that's literally we got drafted in 2000. It's 24. You know what I'm saying? So like this was a long time ago, and to like now be in 2024, and you got all of these different ways that people can reach out to you, like. People send crazy photos of like them doing the joint from like grade school or send video. You know, they can send videos on social media now. So it just be like, yo, we really had a whole fucking lot of people running around hitting themselves in the head. Like, and it did.
And they didn't even know what it meant.
Fuck a race or anything. I'm talking about it'd be Asians, it'd be people from overseas, everything. It's just like, yo, that's crazy to know that it really spread that far, like without. Like, you know what I'm saying, social media like that. It just like really got around.
Y'all had a movement, bro.
Yeah, the team was a vibe too.
Yeah, y'all had a movement. Like they had the Fab Five had their movement in college. Like y'all had a movement in the pros. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the baggy shorts, the headband, the hip hop, the culture.
We was the only team like that at that point. Like, you know, in 2000, like they had that many teenagers. And
that's what I'm saying. That's why
we was the youngest team ever.
At that point, we was the youngest
team ever assembled.
Well, for people though, like they're watching this, like because now if you're watching NBA basketball, it's kind of the norm.
Yeah,
right? Like you're looking at the Orlando, you're looking at a lot of teams that have 5 players in the last 5 years that are lottery picks. Yeah. Back then though, like I was the only rookie on a team when I got drafted.
Yeah, right.
So now when you go to like that's why it was such a vibe though. And that's why I was like, to me as a player that was playing against y'all, I was like cheering. I was like, this is dope, right? And y'all were doing that stuff, having fun. Because what you said earlier was true. Like I remember celebrating one time my rookie year, and I made a 3 or something, and I did something, and Doc pulled me aside, named me and said something after the game. He's like, yo, what's up with young fella celebrating after his 3? Like, act like he's been there before. Yeah. Now, think about that where the game's gone now.
That's the word, right?
You got Steph up here with the shimmies. Like, back then, you couldn't do it.
Yeah. Man, we ain't listening to Nate. Nate told me he was going to draft me. He ain't draft me. We
don't care.
Literally,
though, what you said, like, when he brought up, like, we knew Deshaun Stevenson was like us, straight out of high school, young dude. So when we played each other, we would hang out, talk to each other. He was like, yo, Coach Malone don't fuck with that. He told everybody, like, nah, don't let them motherfuckers do that shit. We was like, damn. Like, you know, Coach Malone was old school Chicago gangster.
With them little ass shorts. Y'all had the baggies. He coached Stockton and Malone with them goddamn Days of Dupes. That's why.
Yeah, they were a bitch to play though. Those guys.
Oh no, they can play their ass off.
Stockton Malone, that was the most physical shit in the world.
Yeah, but we talking about apples and oranges. We talking about
100%.
these boys with headbands and baggy shorts, and we talking about coochie cutters and old heads. Like we ain't giving that all that bullshit. Go on with that shit, Jerry Sloan. Your time had passed.
We got into it with Karl Malone and Olden Polony. Man, them boy would have whooped our ass, man.
Let me tell you something, man. Man.
He was looking at us like.
That's what y'all. Hey, listen, I remember when we used to play against Karl Malone, and remember we used to get together and McAdoo used to do the scout report, and we used to sit down and go over the scout report. When we had to play against Karl Malone, the first thing Michael D used to say in the scout report is, protect yourself. Damn.
Protect yourself.
What the fuck that got to do with defense and shots?
No.
Protect yourself. That's the first thing on the scout report for Karl Malone. Protect yourself. He would knock your fucking block off with the elbow.
Hey, I was about to say, remember he did that at Maggette? He cleared his whole fronts out.
Yeah, that's the first thing on the scout report was Karl Malone. Not his sweet ass jump shot, not none of his moves. Protect yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fronts, and he was concussed. He had to stay in the state. We left. He had to stay in Utah. Couldn't fly.
People at home, start your New Year's resolution with Factor, so you're ready for the new year. Factor ready-to-eat meal delivery takes stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success in the new year. Skip all them grocery stores, prep work, and all that late-night cooking. Instead, get chef-created, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your doorstep. We got over 35 meals to choose from each week, including keto, calorie smart, vegan, and veggie. You'll have a ton of nutritious, flavorful options to kickstart your resolution. Forget all the frantic lunch preps and the rush dinners. Factor's 2-minute meals are your secret weapon. You can fuel up fast with restaurant quality meals, all delivered straight to your door. Need a little date night meal? Gourmet Plus is your perfect solution if you're looking for fast, upscale options done real easy. Head to factormeals.com/OGFactor50 and use code OGFactor50 to get 50% off. That's code OGFactor50 at factormeals.com/OGFactor50 to get 50% off.
That makes it interesting because obviously we're all aware the game's changed, the physicality of the game. So coming out of East St. Louis, not going to school, you said you're not going to college. Fuck it, right? What was your concerns going into that draft? Because we have concerns leaving early back then even, right? Mm-hmm. But being in high school, being 18 years old, talk to me about that process a little bit. Cause
I told him I wasn't going to – I seen Rashard Lewis was crying that draft before we went. And that spooked me.
I remember that.
That spooked me. But when my coaches and my AAU coach and I committed to St. John's, Mike Jarvis even called me. He was like, yeah, you lottery. So I'm lottery off of what y'all just seeing my talent and so forth on. So I got to go to the few workouts or let them see me to get my ranking up. So my thing was just to go hard every single time and just. I think I was in this workout with you in Orlando.
You were.
You know,
we all were.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
DeMar Johnson.
Yeah. Keon. I mean, Kenyon was on the side because he was hurt.
A lit workout, by the way.
Huh?
That was a lit workout. That was a fun workout.
Yeah, it was going down.
A hell of a workout.
But I was just trying to just go super hard because I was just trying to get drafted. I just wanted to get drafted lottery.
I got a great story for that, by the way, guys. First workout I do coming out, I go to Orlando, and we have 4 people in the workout, and they got 3 on one end, I'm on the other end. I'm like, what the hell going on around here? I find out afterwards my agent, I love him, awesome agent, didn't want me to work out against
Protected
people.
you.
That was the thing back then. I said to myself, what the hell? So I get done, I call my agent, I said, man, like, if Orlando's serious about drafting me, they want to see me bump. Yeah. You know what I mean, I know I'm fucking white guy, I get it. Yeah. But I have no problem going to the action. And the next workout, we come back, it's this group. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to be
down. So you went back for another workout and
I had to go for my second workout, and it was with these guys.
And that time you wasn't by yourself.
It was in the action. And we went ones, we went twos, that shit was fun.
I would have loved to see that workout.
New Jersey had the #1 pick. And now my Stockton kind of went up because, you know, I'm the prototype. 6'9", can dribble, do all the stuff. So they wanted me to do a workout. So Q was there. So he was like, me and Q stayed together that whole summer. Yeah. So I see him passing coming through because he got to go to workouts. I be there in Chicago just working out. So me and Q worked out together. We went so hard at each other. where the dude was like, y'all sure y'all like each other? Did y'all come? And we just put our bags on and just left out together and hopped in the whip together. But we went so hard at each other like we didn't even know each other.
That's how that shit's supposed to be, though.
And it was just like that.
It's funny now because I'm an agent, so when I go through it, like I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer, but my biggest thing with all my guys, let's go get to action. Like we're not gonna try to protect nobody, hide nothing. At some point, you're gonna have to bump
somebody ass.
At some point, and if you really put the work in and you're ready to do it, like let's go do it.
Yeah,
that's a funny story because that workout was.
Me and Bill went overseas together.
Yes, we did.
We won a gold medal for the country.
Yes, we did.
Between senior and freshman year, going to college.
Yeah.
Coach Jim Boeheim, bro. None of y'all would believe Jim Boeheim fucking crazy. What? I couldn't believe it.
From Syracuse?
Ask Miller.
Man,
he was on his ass.
On me crazy. Listen. On me crazy. He put me at like the 4 or the 5 talking about I couldn't guard nobody.
He didn't want him to dribble. He did not want Miller. Look, Mike took that bitch. He got a rebound until came down. He's like, what the fuck is this? He was like, you fucking going behind your back with that South Dakota playground bullshit. I was like, what the fuck? Damn, killer. Hey, Boeheim, he wasn't cutting no shit. Boeheim was crazy, bro. I couldn't believe he was like that. I was like, you know how you see somebody, I don't know what I thought of him. I didn't think he was like that.
He was nuts.
That motherfucker, boy, practices was crazy. Practice hard as a bitch, and he yelling and going nuts the whole time.
I had no clue.
The whole time, bro.
I had him on my shit list because he told me that time. He said, man, you got to play the 4 because you can't play the 2 or the 3. I said, gosh, damn. I said, you watch any film?
Not at all. Damn, you didn't think you could be a shooter?
He didn't think I could do shit.
Damn.
He did, bro. It was like he chose Mike. I'm going to yell at him all the time. That was how it was. I was like, damn.
I think he looked at geography map.
That's crazy.
That shit was crazy, bro. But I had no clue that Boeheim was crazy like that. That was the thing that shit threw me off. I was like, I didn't see this. I didn't see that.
Either.
And out of all people, he started fucking with you.
Man,
you don't bother nobody.
I don't bother nobody.
You don't bother nobody.
I just want to go
crazy.
ball.
I got one thing for you, D Miles. So explain to the people at home the difference between St. Louis and East St. Louis, where you from. People get that shit confused. They need to understand there's a difference. I got people in East St. Louis.
I want to get to it. I read both sides of the water because I was on both sides of the water. But I'm from East St. Louis, which East St. Louis is Illinois and St. Louis is Missouri. Only thing divided is a bridge in the Mississippi River. So a lot of people, you know, when they come down, they be like, don't go to the east side because it's like a mini Vegas. It don't close till like 6 in the morning type stuff. And you know, it's 89 blocks, 3 different ways of just all hood.
Yeah.
When you say mini Vegas, is it like bright lights and shit like Vegas?
Yeah, don't get confused.
I'm talking about
it ain't
the curfew of Vegas.
Yeah, it ain't like you can walk around on the strip like you can in Vegas.
It's like
you do that shit in East St. Louis.
It don't close. So, you know, if you go to St. Louis and you go out or you in your nightlife and stuff, St. Louis closed at 2. East St. Louis don't close till like, some stuff closed at 6, some stuff closed at 10 in the morning. Like, so you can go out to East St. Louis and come out the spot and it's daylight outside.
I want no action.
Or you can come out and get your ass tied up. Tell that part of the story, D Miles. Tell us what the hell they got to watch out for now. Tell them the differences.
If you ain't from around there, you don't supposed to be around there.
There it is, Jack. If you're from around there, don't be hanging out in St. Louis and then late night you be like, oh, we gonna where the after hours, we gonna cross the bridge and gonna hang out and you ain't from there.
Yeah,
don't do that.
It's 2 different states and a lot of people don't know there's 2 different states. And you know, when I started being somebody known worldwide, they used to be like, yeah, you from St. Louis. So I had to stop. I used to always correct people. So I had to stop really kind of correcting people because then it's like I got to explain to you, like, I'm from Illinois. I ain't from Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm from East South Dakota. Tough too, bro.
I think all that's got the same amount of violence. East side, west side. I think in South Dakota, it's all the same.
East side. If you from the east side, you didn't mess with St. Louis, and if you from St. Louis, you didn't mess with the east side. It was more a little tense, but it's still like that. But it's a little.
That was what I remember when I first met him. He used to be off that St. Louis shit. But
that shit real though.
Kind of came together at some point. I was just witnessing it.
Nah, I got people in East St. Louis. That shit real, boy. That shit real. It ain't no joke. And you from the shop. So we already understand everything that's going on in Chicago. We pick up the paper every day. You know what I'm saying? It's almost every other day is something, gun violence and different things going on in Chicago. So, I mean, we've all experienced that growing up. On some shape, form, or fashion, it's affected us, in different ways, whether it be homeboys or whatever the situation. But I know it's affected you personally, you know what I'm saying? And you just want to talk about how gun violence has affected you. I mean, all of us has been in situations where we had to go to funerals a little too early. You know what I'm saying? So we don't play with guns. You know what I'm saying? I don't play those games. Yes, I do tote fire, but I ain't pulling it out just to show it and play with it. And it's not a game. A gun is not a toy. A gun is not a toy. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So let's just talk about how gun violence has affected, obviously, you know what I'm saying, personally.
Man, me losing 2 brothers. First one, my brother Bernard, when I was 12. You 12, you don't really understand everything. Then my brother Lee, who I was really close with, and that was when I was in the league. When I was
with the Knicks, right?
Knicks, 25. So, you know what I'm saying? Then that one, you understand stuff more. You more of an adult, you know what's going on. That one probably hurt more than my brother Bernard just because I was younger.
Yes.
But, just understanding that that's how it go, man. In the hood, he wasn't into no gang or nothing. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were trying to steal his car. And my pops was actually with him. So that's the crazy part. When it happened, my pops had a bullet through his jacket. Cause they had him on the ground, both of them on the ground, and my brother was like, nah, and he just got up and he took the gun from one of them, but when he was doing that, the other one shot. And so that's what happened, but that's just the shot, bro. Real talk, in the hundreds, on the block, just he wasn't doing nothing. He went in the garage, came out, they had the strap on him, drew on him already, waiting on him, and so shit, that's how it went down.
I mean, obviously, I've been to way too many funerals, but I think, obviously, I think when it comes to those situations and all that growing up, I think for us, you know what I'm saying, it's always it's a slippery slope because you got to go back. You got to, you know what I'm saying, you got to bring your people out. You know what I'm saying? I was always taught when I make it, you come back and you pull your people out and you extend the hand to your people. But it ain't always safe in the hood, man. It's this thing where sometimes keeping it real go wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
You can have the best intentions, but like you say, you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time, man.
Yep.
I got a lot of love in the city, but it only take one knucklehead.
Yeah. That's it.
It only takes one knucklehead.
Us coming out, just being from the hood, when Nipsey died, it made me realize, man, the most safe. I felt the most safest place for me was the most dangerous place for me. Because when I be in other cities and stuff, I'm not going through their hoods. I don't know nobody there. And if I am, I'm with somebody who's certified.
Yeah.
So I used to be in the hood and in a hole in the wall spot or a one way in, one way out spot and feeling comfortable, which that was the most dangerous place in the world that I could be at. And once I seen Nipsey die, and it was just like, man, he just got killed on something that he owned, his block, all the people know him. Everybody in East St. Louis know me. If I don't know you, I know your mom or your auntie or your cousin or your brother. But that's the most dangerous spot for me and it had made me grow up a little bit to be it's okay to just go somewhere else and live and
that shit fucked
try
me
to
up
enjoy
too.
your life.
Well,
Because
basketball-
after every
basketball's beautiful.
season, I was going straight back to East St. Louis.
Me too. I'm still
I was going straight back to the hood.
all the time. And then when you probably go back to Chicago, it's probably the same. You go tap in and, maybe pull up on some of the homies, but at the end of the day, and I agree with you. It's weird. What you say is some of those places, with the places where we felt the most safe. We felt the most at home and the most comfortable. And everybody in that bitch got a gun.
Everybody.
And we
Wild,
felt the
Wild
most,
West.
and we felt the most comfortable in those
And we felt
situations.
the most comfortable
man.
around that.
Yeah, that Nipsey thing, that shit opened my eyes too. I ain't gonna even lie. And I didn't know Nip, but to see him, get killed in his own hood when he was so loved
And so loved.
respected, what he did for the community.
Yeah.
That shit opened up a lot of eyes, man. So
It's just a reminder, bro. You know what I'm saying? We make the pro, like you say, this ball did a lot of shit for us. Little basketball and took us all around the world, gave us crazy money and afforded us a lifestyle we never dreamed we could have, you know what I'm saying? But can't get caught slipping, you can't forget.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's what that type of stuff do to you. It give you that little knock, hey, this life thing still lifing, bro. I tell people all the time when they think man, you straight, you made it, you did hey, bro, nothing about me making the NBA has ever impacted or changed the fact that I'm still a real person. I still put my pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. And whatever happened to you can damn sure happen to me. Don't think because we NBA, we on the TV, and you. Nah, boy, shit still real. Shit, we still got family members just going through life. They got shit going on, and you know what I'm saying, that people pass, all of that. We still get affected and impacted by regular everyday shit like everybody.
Yeah, and it's crazy to have a mentality of, like I say, the most dangerous place. That's where you the most comfortable at.
I'll tell you, I'll go to the club and go straight to the back and put my back to the wall and put everything in front of me.
The whole
and I'm so comfortable in that. Yeah. But I shouldn't have to go put my back to the wall. Yeah. But I got my back to the wall, everything in front of me.
Like
I'm vibing. I'm having a blast, but I ain't even thinking in my mind the fact that I had to come in this motherfucker and put my back to the wall and make sure nothing behind me. That probably mean I shouldn't be there.
And some, like over the years, some of the most craziest things that just could have went left. That's why when I seen Nipsey die, it was just like, man, you know how many situations we was in, or places we was at, or we in the spot and somebody got shot after the spot, or it was like, man, that could have been, could have been like us, or something would have went left, or if them guys might not have been scared of who I was and who I had with me, they probably could have tried, or anything. So, you know, just for the future guys that come from the hood, it's okay to elevate. It's okay to live where you don't hear gunshots every night, or it's okay where folks ain't getting robbed or selling drugs and doing all that stuff. So
that's some good OG advice right there.
I would say, Killer, you gonna touch on some of the drugs and violence in South Dakota that you experienced?
Yeah, man, it was amazing. I made it out. The basketball is an amazing thing. Can afford to be that life. But speaking of basketball. So we fast forward to today, right? And we're talking about the state of the game, where we're at. There was just a big trade. Let's talk about Pascal Siakam to Indiana. Obviously, with basketball dudes on here, want to touch on that. So, does that do anything different for them? Is Indiana in a situation that they can now contend in the East? No, yes. What is it?
I don't think it elevates them over the Celtics or the 76ers or the Bucks. I feel like it didn't change really nothing. You know, I maybe could be wrong. I feel like it was other spots out there that I was a better fit that would shuffle the cards a little bit. And one of the spots I was hoping for was Dallas. I wanted to see like a player like him play with Kyrie and Luka, because I feel like since Luka been there, he's never had that type of player play with him. A versatile guy that can hit the three. He can guard multiple positions. You need a guy that can guard LeBron or Stephen. You need a guy that you can match up with KD over there. And I feel like he'd have been better in Dallas, but I don't feel like it elevated the Pacers in a crazy way.
Q, what you got?
I can see what he's saying, the fit in Dallas or whatever. But I mean, I think for me, I think it's an upgrade for Indiana. Like, does it put them ahead of Boston? No, or ahead of the top teams over there? I don't think it puts them ahead of them, but I think it puts them in a better position to compete. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Pascal is everything you just said. He's versatile. He can play both sides of the ball. He can play with or without the ball. And then he's that guy that could, he can square off against a KD and try and defend him and try and equalize and do stuff like that. So I like the move for him, but I don't like you said. I don't think it puts him in a position where they better than Boston. But I do think that it's an upgrade for them, and it caused it. Some of that stuff was gonna get moved around anyway, so you might as well try and cash out and win something when you get him. And I think Pascal probably, it sounds like he's gonna sign an extension, and I think he'll be a good player for them moving forward.
And Miami too.
I already know where he sits because I know his makeup.
But
hold on, before you go into it, because I know his makeup. I already know where he's going to go with that shit, right? But it does, like it is a good fit.
Yeah.
It is a good fit. They play fast. Halliburton plays fast. Pascal's elite in transition. Like, they are going to be better. They're going to be tough to stop.
Yes.
But
They don't play no fucking defense.
I told you gonna go.
They don't play no fucking defense, bro. Like, okay, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And it is an upgrade. And I like Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you got a guy not only can guard a LeBron, but then a guy that LeBron got to guard on the other side.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you got a situation where you ask a motherfucker to go out there and stop Bron, and then Bron go down in here and smoke cigarettes on defense because he ain't even guarding the motherfucker
Exactly.
that you done put out there.
Got his
So
feet
now
up.
he going down here and smoke cigarettes on defense because the motherfucker he got on offense, he ain't even got to worry about this
Gotta
motherfucker.
worry about him.
You know what I'm saying? So I love that. And I love the fact that obviously Halliburton can fucking pass that motherfucker. I love the fact that Siakam can get out and fucking transition and put up numbers. But if the philosophy is all we gonna do is outscore motherfuckers, then all you are is an updated version of Phoenix. And you see what they won. Damn, my bad, Q Rich. I ain't even mean that. I know you was
I'm
there.
cool.
I
I'm
didn't know you
cool.
was there.
I only got 1 year there.
Yeah, you was only there. But you understand what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
You got to be able to guard some fucking body. When you get in a motherfucking 7-game series against Boston, guess what? They can score just as well as you, and they can fucking guard.
Yeah.
And they can fucking guard.
Yeah, they can guard
or
everyone.
you fuck around and you get locked in a series with a fucking team like fucking Orlando who can fucking guard. But guess what? Maybe they're not where they need to be offensively right now. Well, fuck around and let them figure it out. Let them figure it out because now you leaving it up to chance because you ain't fucking guarding nobody.
You know who I felt like I was just saying that with Miami, like in the East. If you stayed in the East, I felt like Miami was a spot that he can be a game changer playing with Jimmy and playing with Bam. Now that shuffles stuff up right there. To me.
I mean, you get them.
I
three
feel like that
dogs.
was a better spot for him, and I was just looking for spots that was better for him. Like
But what they gonna give up to get him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
So speaking of
I
that,
don't know.
what does
But
Miami have to do? Because Miami has to do something.
Yeah, but I thought because they were screaming out Sacramento for Harrison Barnes, and I was like, that really ain't gonna move the needle for
Miami?
Sacramento.
Harrison Barnes?
No, I'm talking about Siakam.
No.
They was talking about he was finna get traded to Sacramento, and I was like, all right, so if you trade him for Harrison Barnes, it was gonna feel like Indiana with them. Like, yeah, of course they'll upgrade their team, they'll be a good team, but it really wouldn't have moved the needle to make a for sure conference finals or for sure push to try to make a championship. Like Miami done proved that they done did it, and they ain't had a versatile guy like that in the minute. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if he went to Miami, that moves the needle. Not Celtics and everybody that they beat last year or in there.
Yeah.
They got to look like, oh shit,
Yeah.
they got another solid
like
one
that.
over there.
I like that.
So Pascal's off the market. You're here all the time. You're the OG in Miami. What does Miami do? Do they do anything?
Oh yeah, I think if I know the Godfather, he up there.
He up there
stirring
trying to pull
up
some
he
shit.
definitely stirs
He's
some
cooking
stuff
up some
up,
shit.
but what do
You
they
know,
need to do?
The Godfather like to go for the whales. He calls them the whales. You know what I'm saying? It's always a whale out there. You know what I'm saying? So if he gonna make a move, it's gonna be something big. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how he thinks. You know what I'm saying? Those whales. I don't think bringing in a role player per se helps. We got a lot of those. We got a lot of dogs. We got a lot of guys with dog mentalities. We got a lot of guys that are fucking stars in their role. We understand. We got guys who understand how to star in their role. We have that already. But if he's gonna make a move, it got to be another whale. You know what I'm saying? Like Pascal Siakam. You look at that fucking lineup and you saying we got Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and Pascal Siakam and whatnot. You fucked up in the head already.
Come on.
You already fucked up in the
on.
head. So, that's above my pay grade, killer. But they got to make a move for sure, and it's gonna be a whale. I think. If I know Rouse, he looking for a whale. You know what I'm saying?
And Q, you're obviously you work in Orlando. That team's been fun, man.
Yes, my young boys.
And it's going to be interesting to see what they do there because they have a lot of young talent there. They're on the brink of it. Like they should be a playoff team this year. I think they will be a playoff team this year. Do you think they make any moves at the deadline?
I wouldn't be surprised because I mean, you look at the landscape of the team. It's a lot of youth. It's a lot of. We kind of got a lot of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like if we were ever healthy at one time, you would really see the depth to the team. But when you see that type of we got a lot of guards, a lot of wings. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I would expect that something is gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get moved, and because I feel like we even got guys in the G League like Jay Howard down in G League getting 30 every other night.
That's a lottery pick,
and he's a bucket. He's
one.
ready to play. Like
17.
you know what I'm saying. So it's like I feel like that they probably will do something. I don't know what they'll do, but I would imagine a wing or one of those guards maybe could go and they try and add something in the front court or I don't know where they add to because I mean we got like a this is a weird space that I feel like we in, because I've been, with the Magic since I left there playing, and it's like this is it's like we turning the corner, bro. Like we getting back to where our team is like a solid, like you're not coming in there and just walking over. Even when we go on the road, our defense travels, we travel, and very least, we gonna be competitive. We showing up to fight. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what I love and respect about our squad and what Coach Mosley didn't put together with them, because you sit there and watch a couple years ago, like shit, come in there 30th, 20th, 30th. You know what I'm saying? Like now, when folks come there, you better have your shit tied up tight, because these boys is hooping. They like, I don't give a fuck who you talking about, what you think of whose names is what and how. Nah, as a team, we showing up and we gonna fucking fight.
Yeah, they've done a great job there, and gotta give flowers to Mose, because Coach Mose is an elite job.
Dope story about Coach Mosley, right? He was my host my senior year when I went on my visit to, he was at Colorado Buffaloes. He was a senior that was the man on the team. He was my host. Coach Ricardo Patton was the coach there. I went on a visit there, and I think he had like a quick minute overseas. Then he came right back and started coaching in the league, assistant coach, and he didn't work his way up, man. He killing it. But it was crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I mess with him all the time. Like you ain't do your job. You couldn't get me to Colorado.
And they got a young bull over there, Paolo.
Hey,
he's an all-star this year.
That's the dude. That's the man.
So.
He's an all-star.
We were just talking about that.
That's an automatic.
He's an all-star this year.
That's a lot.
He's earned it. He's done an unbelievable job. Give me your Eastern Conference all-stars.
Shit, I got a list. You want me to go on my phone?
Go bring it up. We got receipts. We don't mind
list.
it. While he's talking, what do y'all got?
I ain't no motherfucking Paolo.
I got
Paolo, yes or no?
Yes,
I got him on my
so.
list.
I think
there
so, but
is.
I feel like it's gonna be super hard for him, because it's other guys that's up there that get numbers. One of the guys that we were talking about earlier that we didn't mention was Donovan Mitchell. You know, what
I
I'm
got him
saying?
on my list.
Yep.
Like I feel like the top three teams are sending out two guys. You got Jalen and Tatum, you got Embiid and Maxey, you got Damon and Greek Freak.
You could scrap Chris Staff's Porzingis.
This Sangoon shit, and excuse me, no disrespect to Sangoon, but he got more votes than Paul George. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. That's why I can't look at that shit.
They terrible.
I can't look at that.
So give me
I can't look at
give me your
that.
East.
I got my list right here.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Here's his
You want
list.
my East? You want my East?
It's 12.
Yeah, the East.
My East, I got Hallenberg, I got Bam, I got Embiid, I got Tatum, I got Brown, I got Giannis, I got Paolo, Jimmy, Maxey, Dame, Brunson, and Spider.
Jimmy not gonna make it. I don't think Jimmy gonna make it. I don't think he
Might
played
not.
enough
He might not get
games.
in because of the games.
Yeah, I think he ain't.
He might not get in
games.
because of the games.
Yeah,
and he don't give a fuck either.
No,
he
no.
said that clearly.
He said it
I
clearly.
don't give a fuck about no games trying to get in a motherfucking All-Star game. So
that's what
he
I
might
love
not
about
get in.
him.
So give it to me one more time, and then y'all give me yours.
Okay, I had for
Off
my
of that.
East.
Yep.
For my East, I had Hallenberg, Bam, Embiid, Tatum, Brown, Giannis, Paolo, Jimmy, Maxey, Dame, Brunson, and Spider. So now Jimmy might not get in.
Brunson,
because
who
of
was
the
the last
games.
one?
Spider.
Spider Mitchell,
Donovan.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Jimmy
I
doesn't
would
make
take
it,
Jimmy off
who
and
gets
put
it?
Dame in.
I got Dame. I got 12 on each
I think
side.
that's
I
gonna.
got
I think
12
that
on each
last.
side.
I think Paolo, for him to make it, is gonna probably come down to him, Randall, and Trae Young.
Let me ask you this.
know what I'm saying?
Speaking of him, because I feel like Trae Young get disrespected. Why y'all think they don't fuck with Trae Young no more?
I don't know, Danny. He's right up there with Hallenberg in assists, right? He's moving the ball. I think a lot
He's
of times.
second in the league in assists. I'm just talking about like.
Listen, no, I agree with you.
Still
I like
I
Trae
feel like
Young.
they don't fuck
I like
with him,
Trae
though.
Young. I like Trae Young. He would have got it. A couple people would have got in on my list, but I could only pick 12. But I love what he's doing because he's sharing the ball.
Yeah.
When he first came in the league, I think the knock on Trae Young was he wasn't making other people better. They
Yeah.
can't say that no more. They
Yeah.
cannot say he's not making other people better no more. You know what I'm saying? So I actually I've seen the evolution and the maturation. You know what I'm saying? Haven't been around him in practice. You know what I'm saying? I heard he might be a little tough to coach at times.
Yeah, I don't know all of that
But
about him.
what I see on the basketball court is he's figuring it out. He's figuring out how to make other people better, and that's a skill. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like this year with Orlando, man, they should have somebody representing them at the
Oh, that's
All-Star.
easy.
That's easy, man. I agree too.
Yeah.
Like you
I've
can't.
been
You
yelling
can't
at the whole time. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Kid is the dude. Like you know how it is. He passed the eye test, bro. Like when you watch somebody and you see they game, like and then the thing I like about him is that he like this. He don't get really caught up in nothing.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching, like damn, like okay, like you gotta say something after you do some shit like that, or something like my man just straight like this, just straight blank face, about to bust your ass, boy, about to bust.
And we all know this. He the last 4 minutes of the game, he is a motherfucker.
What the fuck are you feeding him?
You know,
about 6, what is he, 6'10", 250,
Nah, he's
260?
big kid, boy.
And it's all muscle. It's solid.
And he's so good, man.
I think he started the season off slow because they was playing so good, the way they was playing. But I love his aggression right now. Like how he playing right now, he's like he taking the initiative. Like, all right, forget all that. Like, this is my team. I'm leading this team.
You know what it was though, because I was through the whole process. Like USA basketball, they had him playing a different role, and you know how it is. When you go USA basketball, you sacrifice.
Yeah, you
and
do.
he played a completely different role. He comes back and it's like, yo, like, okay, you got to be Paolo Banchero again, dog.
Yeah.
Like, this is you. Flip the switch.
the
And once he
switch.
did that in Utah, it was over from there.
Yeah,
and now he just, like, to me, like, his numbers are too good. Orlando's gonna make a playoffs. You have to have him in there, and it's just
This how I knew I fucked with Paolo though. We was at the Jordan Board of Governors thing this summer. I call it Jordan Family Reunion, right? So you know, you get out there, it's in Puerto Rico. We all out there. It's kick it time. You know what I'm saying? Get some drinks, hang out at the pool, all that shit, right? So the one of the days, it's like early in the afternoon. It's like 10, 11 o'clock, 10. Me and my wife, we go out. We about to go sit out on the beach. Me, my wife, Mike Bibby, and his wife. So we out there, we chilling, and I see like, you know, whole beach. You look down there, I'm like, what the fuck going on down there? Me and Bibby looking like, who is that? Motherfucker down there running on the beach. I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I say, I'm gonna go see. So I want to see who it is. Get down there, get a little closer, get to where you can see it is. It's Paolo. I say, this motherfucker out here, okay. I said, okay, I went back to B. I said, hey, that's Bibby down there. I told B, I said, that's Paolo down there running. He said, okay, he for real, huh? I say, shit, must be. I said, motherfucker out here running that thing hard as hell.
Puerto Rico chilling and you running on the beach, getting in.
he about it. I'm telling you,
that was something to me. It was early.
So I gave my list. I would love to know you gentlemen's list.
I'm with that. I'm with that list.
I like that list.
I had Trae Young.
I
at the
agree
end
with your
of it, though.
list.
So if you got Trae, then we take off Jimmy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, take off Jimmy.
I could go
put,
for that.
Put Trae in.
Go for that. I could go
So
for that.
I definitely agree with your list on the East.
Give me your West, D.
My West, I have Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
Bust.
Well, let me say my starters because I feel like these are the starters.
Hold on, let me get my receipts now.
It's Luka, Steph Curry, Durant, LeBron, Joker. Them are the starters.
SGA should start, but he won't get the votes. But
Yeah.
I got SGA.
My reserves is SGA, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, De'Aaron Fox, Kawhi, AD, and man, that last one.
Yeah.
That last one, I go with. I feel like New Orleans need to put somebody in there, so I go with Brandon Ingram.
I can't get mad at that.
What you got, Q? You over there look puzzled. Think about this. You had no Kyrie, right?
no Kyrie.
And Ja's obviously hurt and missed. Like, think about how competitive, how hard it is to make the All-Star
Makes
game.
that list.
That shit crazy. You
Yeah.
have no Kyrie in there. That
Yeah,
man just went for
so-
42, 38,
So
38.
nobody don't think Şengün got an outside shot to make it?
Who?
Coaches vote?
Who?
Same
Alperin
I like
Şengün?
what the young fella doing out there in Houston.
He
I'm
nice.
not gonna knock it, but I don't know who I take out.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put him before like Zion. I wouldn't put
Yeah, I
him
don't know
before
who I take out.
a couple of guys.
Why wouldn't you put him before Zion?
Zion been playing. He's been playing.
Not better than him, though.
They've been up in the standings.
He ain't been playing better than Şengün, though.
What you got to say about Zion? You got that face on.
Nah, I just wouldn't put him over Şengün. I want Zion to be the motherfucker. I want him to be Thanos. And I ain't seen that. That's look, I'm a fan. I want him to be Thanos.
Yeah.
I want to walk around tearing rims off the damn court, but like, hey, he got to do that. Şengün to me had a better season than him so
He's
far.
playing well.
Şengün cold.
He playing well. But I still can't believe he got more goddamn votes than Paul George.
That's crazy. But I mean, you got to think about it. Something when you got the different, like,
You got
he
a
might have a
country, you
whole
got
country
country
voting for him,
behind
so
him.
you got to think about that too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
PG got to
I'll give you
split
that.
votes with Kawhi, probably Russ, Harden, all of that.
I got the same. I'm close to you. I got Ant-Man.
If we
I got
being
Paul
real though, the
George.
starting lineup should be SGA and Ant Edwards.
That's my start. I'm gonna tell you my starting lineup. My
All right,
starting
without
lineup is
the
Ant-Man, Paul George, Joker, Bron, AD, and SGA. That's my starting five.
Hey, speaking of that though, because you're right, you touch on that. All-star voting, does it need to change? Because that's like, I know the fans should have a vote. They're the reason we have what we have.
Yeah.
But with that being said, like
There's
Shea,
money tied to that though, bro.
I
Like
agree.
that's the
No.
problem I got.
It's-
Like
it's
I ain't never
financial.
had no all-star, been in that to be
Yeah.
tripping about it. But
Yeah.
like that's like when you get into this is my thing. When you letting these people that's got human emotions do this, and then you tying these players' monies to first team All NBA, all of that, Supermaxes and shit, they can't be like these. Some of these reporters and people just voting don't like somebody.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Cost
a
us
human
millions.
flaw, bro. Like yeah, they costing like Tatum. That one year, if he would have made one of them teams, bro, he would have getting super maxed out, and they didn't give it to him, and he deserved it.
$30 billion it
That's
cost him.
30 mil tickets gone. Just bye-bye birdie.
That's the touch
Yeah.
you get.
You gonna tell me I ain't supposed to care about that? Like, I'm a real person. I'm not gonna lie and say some TV shit. I'm pissed if I'm in that predicament, bro. Like, who the motherfucker that didn't vote for me? I'm
He said I'm a real person.
real talk.
Let me
I
ask-
ain't about to get
let
up
me
there and
ask-
say the perfect shit. No.
Like Embiid averaged 35 right now. He averaged 35, 10, and like 6 or something like that.
Like
If he missed 7 more games,
He don't
he's
make the
not
All-Star game
eligible.
for first team.
He's not eligible for nothing.
No.
No award,
No
the
doubt.
MVP, the all NBA or none of
That's
that.
cold.
That
So
is cold.
if he finished the season and just say he missed them 7 games and his numbers at the end of the season still is 35, 10, and 6.
And guess what? He probably gonna miss some 7 games because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Philly worried about
The playoffs.
winning the final, winning the championship.
So like when
They ain't
you
winning no
miss that,
championship.
like it's hard to
They
not
ain't
give a
winning no damn
dude who
championship.
averaged 35 at center in a guards league
on.
right now the MVP just because he missed more than 17 games. So I feel like it's a gift and a curse with that rule.
Yeah.
They win the championship.
Nah,
killer.
fuck no. Nah. But I love Embiid. I love what they've been able to do since James Harden left. You know what I'm saying? The connection that they got. I think they're definitely a more connected group. You know what I'm saying? A connected locker room, which helps. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you lose a superstar and you feel like who's going to step up? Maxey already stepped up. Now the guys are playing great. You see Tobias Harris playing great in his role. So you understand that. I think that locker room's connected. Shout out to Pat Bell. You know what I'm saying? I think he got a little bit to do with that locker room being connected and pushing those guys. That was one of my young fellas where people don't know. Pat Bell first came to the Heat.
You know what I'm saying?
he did.
Yeah, we kicked it. So
That
shout out to
man
him.
was picking up full court, had everyone flustered like a mug.
Exactly. I think he's a huge part of the success that they're having. And, you know, when you get into the playoffs and you look at, you know, what we were able to do to him 2 years ago, and you look at what Boston was able to do to him last year, it didn't really come down to talent. It kind of came down to grit. It kind of came down to grit.
Yeah.
So when you got a guy like Pat Bell gonna always have that battery in your back,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying, gonna hold your ass accountable, you know what I'm saying, that gives him a little bit more of an edge, but I don't know. Right now, obviously, it'd be hard for anybody to say anybody outside of Boston.
Man, shout out Pat Bell too, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm
Shout out,
saying?
hell yeah.
So you got Boston. Who
Out
you got?
the East?
Yeah.
Well, no. I said it'd be hard.
I know you got
I
Boston.
ain't
though.
fuck no. I said it'd be hard.
Hold on, you got Boston.
No, I said it'd be
this
hard.
is great news.
No, I said it'd be hard to
We're
pick
bringing
anybody
it-
outside of Boston. I got the fucking Heat.
Hey, you got Boston. That's
No.
crazy.
I said it'd be
He
hard to
don't
pick
like-
outside.
I got Boston.
You got Boston.
Yeah,
He don't like Boston.
Boston got
He
a St.
hate Boston.
Boston got a St. Louis representative on the squad, so I definitely
Tatum.
got Boston.
God damn, but that's the other side of the bridge, D Miles. Now y'all
Yeah,
don't
I
fuck
read
with them,
both
right?
sides. I read both sides of it. So
Listen, I understand that. Talent-wise, what they're doing right now, yes, you would say Boston. In a 7-game series, motherfucker 7 days a week and twice on Sunday, I'm riding with the Heat. And that's just how I feel when it comes down to a 7-game series. When it comes down to a 7 fucking game series, now and don't get me wrong, y'all got work to do.
let me ask you this.
Y'all got work to do. They got fucking work to do.
Let me ask you this. So we gonna take the Eastern Conference out because we know the Heat over there. Who you got coming out the West?
Shit, that's tough. I'm gonna be honest. I like what them young boys doing. They ain't letting up. They couldn't wait for the time they could whoop on Bron and Steph them. They couldn't wait for their day to come. Them young motherfuckers ain't letting up.
OKC.
Minnesota, OKC. Them young motherfuckers sitting up there and they not letting up. They not getting bored with the process. You know, these old motherfuckers, you be in the first seed and you kind of moonwalk your way into the playoffs and we gonna turn it up and this shit easy right now. You know, we got the format already. You fucking dominate at home, win 50% of the games on the road, and then you put yourself in a number 1 and number 2 seed. We all know the format. We've been in this shit long enough. But them young motherfuckers, they ain't on that. They trying to win every motherfucking game.
I got Denver.
Got Denver?
I got Denver.
I will say this though, man. I got to tip my hat to Tim Connelly over there, man. Tim Connelly last year, he leaves Denver, builds that team. Obviously, they're doing a great job over there now. Goes to Minnesota, goes and trades for Gobert. It doesn't look like it works out at all. And now, number 1 team in the West, they're different. It reminds me though of like when we used to play Phoenix. Everyone has to change style because the style is completely different. I watched the game Minnesota and Orlando. They're out there playing 2 7-footers, dominating the paint, hard hedging on pick and rolls. I'm like, what the hell going on? Like, but every team that plays them now like changes their style of play. It's almost like what we did with Phoenix. It drove me crazy. When I was playing, we go play Phoenix and we change our lineup up. They gonna beat the shit out of us when we change our lineup up. We gotta try to flip it. But it's the only team that's different. 2 7-footers. They're dominating the paint. Cat's making all the threes. And Edwards is a motherfucker.
The only reason that shit worked with 2 bigs is because Orlando can't shoot. They can't play 2 bigs in the playoffs.
I'm telling you, though.
Try that shit in the playoffs and watch what happens.
I think that's their style, and I think it's
in the playoffs, that shit not gonna work, Black.
Because they got defense. Like, and Edwards now willing to play defense.
I agree.
They are willing to play defense, but what I'm telling you is the biggest fucking like confusion about that is Rudy Gobert can be defensive player of the year in the fucking regular season and be a defensive liability in the playoffs.
No, it's gonna be interesting.
And it has nothing to do with Rudy. It has nothing to do with Rudy. It has nothing to do with what he does. But it's how people are going to scheme to play against him.
That's gonna be a great storyline.
He's naturally a shot blocker. He's naturally protecting the rim. If you got a fucking stretch 5 or somebody sitting out there, I'm gonna line your ass up and tell my team get in the paint all the time, every time Rudy Gobert's coming.
It's a great storyline.
Whoever you playing the 5, you motherfucking get ready to do that. Your motherfucking clip spray.
Let me tell you who I got though.
All right.
I got them Los Angeles Clippers. Ooh. Change the narrative over there and finally grab the title. I got the Clippers,
fucked me up with
man.
that. And I could go for that. It's easy to say them teams that's on top now. But I could go for that one. I love what T. Lue doing, and them boys got it rolling.
T. Lue got them cracking, and now they didn't, like you said, they didn't figure it out. They didn't hit that stride. James got situated. Russ going to the bench was big, and like you say, Kawhi playing.
Nah,
Kawhi
I like that
show
one.
up. It's a different ball.
You got a
like
Russell
that.
Westbrook for $4 million coming off your bench.
I like that.
And the way they playing together, they look like they want to play together. They look for each other.
I want to give a shout out to Russ though, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like he don't get enough credit for what you know what I'm saying?
Talk
Like,
about dude love the game too, man.
bruh, think about how the Lakers fans was trying to make it all about him. They record the same.
Man,
and he
listen.
gone. And now he over here doing this thing, and then he showing that he for the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to take himself out of the equation and say, I come off the bench and do this and that, like, that's all selfless behavior. Why that ain't getting shined more on? You know what I'm saying? Like, they were so busy trying to dog my G out and talk shit about him, but, like, he just did some huge shit. For somebody in his shoes to be what he is, to have the accolades and the success he's had, and then to just say, I come off the bench and just take all the pressure off everything, like, I don't think that got enough credit for what he did and the way he did it. And then to see the results, they turned their shit around and they hooping, and now where is all of that talk?
Man, I don't
And
understand.
they fourth in the West too, just to let y'all know.
I don't understand why all the flack for Russ. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Like, is he misunderstood? Because
Man, this motherfucker
you know him
play
well. I've met him personally.
Play hard every play of the game. What the fuck can you complain about? He leave it out there every game.
Every fucking night.
Every play.
Every fucking night. Whether you like it or not, you got to respect it.
You got to, dog.
So I love the fact that he did that. That's a great call. I like the Clippers. What you got, Killer?
I'm going Denver too.
Why? Because you played there?
No, I just think like
They strong, bro.
Yes, they're listen, man, like at the end of the day, Joker makes everybody better. Playoff basketball comes the last 4 minutes. He's gonna create a great shot for himself. He's gonna get the foul line until someone beats him. I think losing Bruce Brown hurt him.
Yeah.
I really do.
They may get him back.
They might get him back.
You gotta watch for that. That may come back around the circle.
But like to me, I've seen it too much. Like they create too much. Like to me, the basketball game in the playoffs is the last 4 minutes of the game. It's gonna be back and forth. And he's one that you can put the ball on. Like I told him when he was a rookie, when I had him, it was the first person I ever saw was like the Matrix. The ball hit his hands and everything just stopped.
Yeah.
And when pressure gets the biggest and there's 4 minutes left and that Matrix hits, I just think I think he's going to lead it to him.
They giving me the
And he's a 5-man that can shoot against Rudy
and they
Gobert.
giving me the Spurs vibe, like how they
Yes.
just
Yeah.
trot along. Y'all
Yes.
talk about everybody
Yes.
and get excited
Yes.
about this and that, but like we just gonna keep on. We handling our fucking business while we
handling
doing it. Like,
And something we got to mention too, like going into Denver and winning a playoff game is hard.
That
We know how hard it is
altitude
anyways. The
gonna kick
altitude
your
above,
ass.
like that's a huge advantage. Because at the end of the day, you got to get to 4.
but yeah, they giving me them Spurs vibes where they just trotting on the lawn, handling their business. We ain't got to be in the spotlight or being talked about. Then I like. We all know coaching is a big part of it. I like Coach Mike Malone's whole mentality
He a
and how
dog,
he go
too.
about it. Like I like, you know what I'm saying? I like the way he gonna have their ass on point. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna let them fuck off because he ain't doing his part. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen. So I just like what they doing, man. I still think they strong. And then when Jokic missed a couple games and DeAndre Jordan when he got 20 and 10s, I was like, okay, Big Highlander, you still got that in you. I see you,
throwing
big
them
dog.
lives to him,
He
man.
might be he might be the best live catcher in the history of the league, though. Like for real, like just like a big man catching live. Like bro, you ain't really seen footers
still
like
do
that.
it.
He reversed that joint. He catching way over here. He be
still
catching
do that shit like that. Too.
steel
He
right
still do
now.
that shit. He still do that
I
shit.
got a question for you.
Yeah.
Orlando franchise has been here for, 33, 34 years?
35 years.
Next month they retiring Shaq
The
jersey.
Diesel.
It's going to be
Fella.
the first jersey that they retire. I feel like T-Mac should be next on that list.
I
What
agree.
you think?
No, I agree. I think obviously Shaq is is well due. Like that's what it's
Yeah.
supposed to be. Like that was for me personally, that was like the jersey, him and Penny, right? Like those,
Straight up.
like I rocked those at our age. That was like the sick jersey. And then I saw T-Mac. T-Mac to me is one of the most underrated basketball players I've ever played with.
Me too. I feel that way
So
too.
like he was elite passer. They talk about scoring, elite passer. And again, very similar to what I said to you at the beginning of this podcast, like he was almost a little bit ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Like if
Yes.
you guys came out now, come on, man. Like that's what the game is. Like
Yeah.
so he should be there. If he doesn't have injuries, it's already it's like this whole
Yeah.
thing, this whole script's different. But that's part of the game. Like but yeah, T-Mac was so instrumental in Orlando Magic basketball.
Yeah, he
For
should
me
get his
personally too.
Jersey retired next.
100%.
Yeah, after Shaq.
Shout out
100%,
T-Mac.
right next to it.
Shout
Shout
Florida
out
boy.
T-Mac.
Let me ask you this: is his relationship with Orlando cool? Like they
T-Mac, yeah.
Yeah, he was just
T-Mac,
there.
he be at the game and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
And he's from right down the road too.
Auburndale.
Right down the road,
Auburndale.
man.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about Auburndale.
Nah, I ain't even know where the fuck that was until I met T-Mac. I didn't know where the fuck Auburndale was till I met. We played AAU ball together. That's the first time I met T-Mac. It was me, Keon Doolin, Brent Wright. We had a hell of an AAU team, but that was the first time I met T-Mac. So
It's time for
Florida
Orlando,
Flash,
man.
and that's when we
Florida
see your
Flash.
ass. And that's when I was
Flash.
like, "Who the fuck is this?"
That's when I met when UD was a fat boy, a football player.
Fat boy.
Yeah,
You know
what
I'm
camp we
saying?
was?
We go to ABC Adidas camp.
Yeah.
Him and Keon, the Florida boys over there. That's when Keon was talking about T-Mac. Hey, dog, we got this dude, dog. We got
like
this dude,
Keon.
dog. Nobody know about him, dog. He so cold, dog. Wait till they see T-Man. He cold, dog. He was talking about T-Mac.
One thing I say was I don't know what it was, but every time I seen Q Rich at a camp, like or wherever we
was
was,
solid. We locked
we
in.
was solid. Like it was just like Chicago, like that shit just vibe. You know, real recognize real,
that's
man.
right.
You get away from all the rooty poops, man. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
real.
no squares in the circle, because you realize quickly when you go to all these camps, people from different places, they abide by different rules. They was raised differently, man.
I
Like,
hated camp.
You know what I'm saying?
My
So-
stock went down in camp. Every time I went to Nike camp or any camp,
Really?
NBA camp, my stock always go
He
down.
too
Why was
fucking
that?
nice.
Cause I get not nice.
You was out there just.
It's just like it's a
He
shit show.
unselfish and shit. He ain't gonna go out there and get his shit off. He gonna be trying to pass.
Cause it's everybody
nice.
just out there selfish and just
Yeah, and you
they
was
just
playing
trying
the
to
right
get
way.
the rock off, and I'm just like, man, I don't want to play in this bullshit. But when I seen them AAU, I'm quadruple doubling and triple doubling their ass every time I seen them. But it seemed like when I got to camp, everybody was just trying to just do too much. You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
to me? And
all the time.
it just rubbed me like the wrong way, where I just wasn't really fucking with camps like that.
I mean, I was a big man, so I had to wait for a motherfucker
that's
to pass me
that's
the ball.
awful.
So
That's an
I
awful
was
thing
never
to be
really
in a
getting the
camp.
ball in them camps. If you wait for somebody to pass it to you,
better
you
get
ain't
off
get
the
shit.
rim.
You played for CMH. Like, how the fuck did they get you to play? They already had Coley
He
on,
was never there when we
Jerron Rush.
bust their ass though.
Yeah.
He
No,
wasn't in them
no.
games.
Nah.
We
But
beat the shit out them.
I
4,
played with
5
Keon
times.
one time. I literally was sitting at the crib, and this is back way before you have the house phone. I get my phone was ringing, and I pick it up, and it's Myron Piggy and them from CMH, who's went to
Yeah.
jail for some shit. But he's like, hey man, we're gonna go play in the Boo Williams tournament this weekend. You
Boo
want to play?
Williams, Virginia.
Yeah, you want to go play? This is before I knew there was a dynamic between Adidas and Nike.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know it was like a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, sure. They flew me up there. I practiced with them. Corleone Young was busting my ass in practice. I was
He's
like,
a
what the
man.
hell is this?
Grown
I just,
man.
you know, you back then you didn't see nobody. It's not
Yeah.
like now.
Yeah.
You walk into the fire, you find out like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, I gotta adjust a little bit here. But man, I went and played with them. We had a whip, man.
Yeah.
We had a whip.
Yeah, they already got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they had a whip.
they got
They had
Corey,
McGetty,
Yeah. Corleone Young, Jerron Rush,
Jerron
Kareem
Fred
Rush.
White's the boy that
Yeah.
Vince jumped over. He played with
Yeah.
him.
Earl
Kevin
Watson played with them
Braswell,
one
the
year.
point
Played
guard
with
from
them too.
Georgetown.
Man,
Kevin
were-
Brad. They had everybody.
They had a whip.
And
And I
yeah.
walked in that thing, dog, like eyes wide open, coming straight from the streets of
Damn.
South Dakota.
and guess what, UD? We fucked them around 3-4 times that summer.
I
Beat
wasn't
the
on that
shit
one.
out of them.
Hold up.
Hey.
Nah,
I
you wasn't
on
with
that.
them
You
when we
wasn't
did it,
with
but
them
trust me,
then.
we beat them in
Peace Jam.
Peace Jam. We beat them in Purdue, and
Yeah,
we beat
Purdue.
them in. I think we beat them in their own shit in Kansas City.
In Kansas City, too.
Slapped
You know-
them around.
Were we supposed to play y'all in high school?
They didn't want y'all to.
No. That
Yes,
ain't true.
sir.
That ain't true. Let me
Let's
tell you what
go.
happened, D Miles.
Let's go.
We had it on the schedule. But the way it was set up is we were supposed to play them on a Sunday, and the state of Florida didn't allow us to travel up there and play a Sunday basketball game. But they was on
They
the
knew
schedule.
what was right. They
We
didn't
couldn't
want
go.
them boys to come to
I'm
Chi
so
Town
pissed
and get
now of the
touchdown like
rules.
that.
Miami High, we would have loved to get some of that smoke, Q Rich. We would have loved
That's
some of that
exactly
smoke.
what I'm just telling you. I told me and Blake had this conversation.
We'd have loved some of that smoke.
Listen, man. Listen.
Listen, I get
You
it. I
Big
understand.
Silbrin. You remember Silbrin was on my team at night count. He
Yeah,
gave
you're
me
right.
a lot of
Big
passes
Seal.
that year.
Big
Seal
Still was nice.
Seal was nice.
Just run the flow, rebound, pass.
Play hard, just pass and facilitate for guys.
We just
I liked them.
We just,
We had a
we,
good-
just,
listen.
we just couldn't get the grades right for Florida, so we couldn't come play
Yeah,
over
we
there.
couldn't get them in Florida, man.
We couldn't
My
go
dog had to
200
prep.
miles outside the state when we played.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's why we couldn't play
Y'all
like
couldn't
all
what
the
happened? What
ranked
was y'all
teams
loss?
and all that stuff. Cause we couldn't go
200
200 miles
miles.
outside
That's
the state.
See, we
Crazy.
couldn't play on a Sunday.
Everything different now. None of
Yeah.
that don't indicate. People go anywhere now.
They crabbing
any
across
goddamn-
the country now, man.
Anywhere and play any goddamn with anybody.
The one thing I do wish they had that back then that they have now was the you know how they at the end of the year they had that big Dick Sporting Goods real tournament. Like when we was playing, you had to win the national championship by staying undefeated, really
Yeah.
by your record.
Yeah. The
You know what I'm
Geico
saying?
and stuff
The
now.
USA, like Geico, the
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when they had that joint to be on TV, and then they put like, okay, now all the teams, it's the best teams. Now y'all come to this.
Yeah.
That's the one I
That's
wish
dope.
would have
Yeah,
been.
it is dope. I
Cause
like
then
that.
you really get to see like now, y'all, we all here. We done did our state and all that stuff over with. Now let's come to the
Everybody that won state at
Mike
that
team
state.
wouldn't have been able to come. I seen his high school team.
Man, I'll fire that
I
place
seen.
up.
Yeah, you. Who else? This motherfucker rebound and outlet it to himself. He shoot it. He get back on defense. He rebounded and pass
That
it to
was
himself
him.
again.
That was him in
That
high
was
school.
him. That's it, high school.
That boy was the point guard, center, power forward, boy getting
Man,
quadruple
listen.
doubles.
I tell everybody when I got back to Miami, I tell everybody I seen some shit we ain't seen before down here. This motherfucker can go. He cold. I didn't know I was gonna play with him, but he can fucking go. But the rest of your team, I don't even know who the fuck. I have no clue. They could walk by me right now and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
You know
who.
Cousin Ernie?
I know Earn Dog. I know Earn Dog. Of course I know Earn Dog. I would not assume Earn Dog was a basketball player if he walked by me right now. I would not assume that fucking Earn Dog was hooping if he walked through this motherfucking set right now. There's no way in hell he hooped with you.
And you know the crazy thing about it, I supposed to transfer to Whitney Young
To my high school.
my sophomore
He
year.
was scared
Oh,
though.
y'all some cheating motherfuckers.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
because like
for real.
my school was
He shut down.
it was two schools in East St. Louis, and my school announced they went on strike. So we supposed to start at school in August, but they went on strike for 2 whole months. Like we ain't getting in school till October.
He was scared.
So I played with Q in the AAU. I was the only sophomore playing with it. All the rest of them was finna be seniors. So they was talking about coming to Chicago and go to Whitney Young. And I was just like, man, I ain't fucking with Chicago, man. Them city boys be talking too fast for me, man. I'm country boy.
I
I'm
used
down
to be,
south,
man. That's how I used to be. So growing up, obviously, you could have went there. You had the opportunity. Talk about it, because I didn't know him at that time, but you knew him, D-Wade, and you knew him, obviously.
played with him.
You played with him. Talk
Yeah.
about the young D-Wade before I even met him. That D-Wade.
Quiet as a mouse.
Quiet as
Yeah.
hell.
Quiet as a mouse. That bitch could be sitting right there and you would not know it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't say a goddamn word.
But his game,
The same
He
thing.
wasn't flash then. He had it.
Nah,
he
but
wasn't
the
flash.
same
He
thing.
was
the same
quiet.
thing you see in the league
It was the same.
was the same thing he was doing when I first seen him. Like, I didn't play with
Really?
D-Wade till the summer going into my senior year. Like, I played with Q and them the summer going to my sophomore year. Then I played with Jerence Howard and them the summer going to my junior year. And then first time me meeting D-Wade was that summer. I was playing the point, and D-Wade was playing like
Wait
the
a
two.
minute. You was playing the point?
Yeah, I was like running the point.
God damn.
Bro, D-Wade,
And D-Wade was playing the two.
D-Wade averaged like 30 his senior year.
Yeah.
He averaged crazy numbers. They just didn't
Really?
give him no look. Like,
Ain't
bro,
got-
averaged
That's
like
my-
31, like
I'm telling you
10, like 7. Like, see, he
Damn.
had crazy numbers.
Really?
I'm tell you why D-Wade. Now I remember D-Wade. We'll go to these games, AAU, and I have 30 or I have 25, and D-Wade will have like 30 or he'll have like 25. And then they decided not to let him go to Nike camp. He didn't get picked to go to Nike camp. His feelings was so hurt for not getting picked to go to Nike camp because he was putting up numbers. He was, he was doing his thing.
That's where you get that status at, too.
And I feel like from that moment, because he worked so hard to get to that, in that moment, he just excelled, like, ever since then.
That's why I had a
didn't know
problem
him
with
at that
like
point, so.
rankings and lists and stuff because that you can't tell me if he was the same player y'all are talking about.
Yeah.
Come
That's
on,
why
man. Like what
I'm
we
so
like? What?
surprised.
That's why I don't even look at stuff anymore. It's got to pass my eyes. If it passed my eyes, I don't care what you ranked or what your
Man.
list is.
I'm surprised.
Athletic, he's a defender, like the same layup style.
He was doing
If I
all
show
of
you
that
some of the
same
tape,
shit.
the
Still
AU
could
tapes we
post
got
up.
and all that, you'll
All
be
of
like,
that.
man, he doing the same move. Yeah, that's the same. He learned a few more moves, don't get me wrong, but his whole style and demeanor and everything was the same thing when I first met him. When I played with him.
I see why he had that little chip on his shoulder then.
Yeah.
So I didn't know him then. Obviously, I was overseas when he had his run with Marquette.
Yeah.
But when I got back, I had signed with the Heat, and they had drafted. And when they drafted D Wade, and one of my homeboys, like I said, Drac came up. Drac,
Duke.
Drac, Duke. Duke say, boy, y'all got this boy from Marquette that could go.
Yeah.
I say, who? He said, Dwayne Wade. I say, who the fuck is that? Like I said, I had just got back from Europe. He said, this motherfucker dropped a triple-double on Kentucky. I say, what? And once I heard that, because once again, I played against Kentucky. We played against Kentucky every fucking year, and we went to fucking Florida. I've never won in Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
I've never got a win in Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
Once I heard that motherfucker drop the triple-double on Kentucky, I said, this motherfucker got to be cold. Like, motherfucker, you already know how Kentucky is. Still the same thing. You might get 1 or 2 years in Kentucky, your ass is up out of here. So if he dropped the triple-double on them, on that stage, I knew he had to be cold, but I didn't know him at that point. But to know that he was cold like that, then,
Nah, he was.
Nah, he got a little bit more fashion and he talk a little bit more now, but he exactly the same dude I met that summer, right now today.
he ain't quiet no more.
Like his
Hey,
personality,
listen, the quiet
who he
shit,
is.
I'm going to tell you exactly when the quiet shit stopped. Shaq, Twan Walker, Gary Payton.
GP.
When they came, I'm telling you, I know it like the back of my hand, bro. I remember, you already know you D. Whenever, like before that, I'm the one calling D. Hey man, let's go. They come through LA. Man, that man not leaving the hotel room. You won't see D Wade. You gotta go slide through and go see D Wade. He not doing none of this. They came.
It was rap.
I ain't gotta call him no. He hitting me talking about, man, we got such and such going on at this and this and this. Well, I remember when y'all came through Phoenix. This is the first time I seen, because now I'm in Phoenix. D-Wade called me and say, yeah, so we gonna be da-da-da, we gonna be here. So, you know, me and Rio and then we shoot up there beforehand. We already there. Here they come. Damon Jones, Jimmy Hart in the front of the crew. He got the damn bullhorn. He coming, he talking. He mouth to the side, he talking, and here come the rest on. After that, I'm like, damn, this boy out here. Shaq done gave him the bracelet, bought him a Lambo. It's over.
Nickname him Flash. Nickname him Flash.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. He called Damon Jones. Jimmy
Hey,
Hart.
that boy was the mouth to the side. He was the bullhorn, come with a cigar talking and shit.
Hey, well, you would talk about when we pulled up to Phoenix, but what about when we used to pull up to New York, you rich? Yo, want that?
He
That shit
went
smell
off.
like he burning glue. That's that dirty. Yo, want that? Hey, Q, you remember I got arrested coming to your house?
Coming to my house.
This
I remember
motherfucker
that.
here,
I
man.
was in town. I was
He
in
was
town.
there.
I just got in town.
Oh,
I remember
man,
that.
the man
'Cause
guy, I'm
D-Wade
on-
and everybody was there. I remember
What
that.
you got arrested for, bro?
I ain't did nothing wrong.
Oh yeah. Here
But we
go.
gonna tell the
remember
story.
that.
Here
But we
we
gonna
go.
tell the story.
Here we go.
But we gonna tell the story. Q Rich. Once again, He got a nice crib, got a little function going on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
Man of the people, Q. Man of the people.
I bring the people together now.
Little gathering.
I bring the people
Little
together.
gathering. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got my homies. You know, I got I'm pulling up. I got a trunk full of Bam Bam. I got a trunk full of, but it's my homeboy shit. It's my homeboy shit now. You feel me? We get pulled. Listen, I'm on the expressway because I'm already late. I stay the furthest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm from Miami, but I live the fuck up in Broward. I'm trying to get there, down to Q Rich crib. So we on 119th. I never forget this shit. We on 119th. We coming down 119th. Now, mind you now, everything in the car is my homeboys. So we get pulled over. I was speeding. Yes, I was speeding. So the first thing he do when we get pulled over, I see him behind me. I pull over. I let my window down. The first thing I see when I let my window down is a goddamn gun pointed at my window. I say, hey, man, I'm a professional ball player. He say, how I know who you is? I say, because you ran the tag, so you know who it is before you pull me over. If this car won't report it stolen, then you know it's me. Motherfucker, that's how you know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I smell marijuana in the car. My homeboy say, listen here, man, if you find anything in this car, it's mine. Now, whatever was in the car had already been strategically placed under my homeboy's seat anyway. These motherfuckers kept me on the side of the street in the rain and a wife beater for 2 hours till the police dog came, man. They went through the car. The police dog fucked my Benz up, scratched my shit all up, looking for my shit, man. He go in the car, obviously. They find what they looking for at the time. And the first thing this man say to me is, how you gonna explain to all your NBA people what happened here today? The thing I said to him is, all I'm gonna do is remember everything you say, so keep talking. You keep talking. You ain't worried about nothing about no Bam Bam. You just trying to get an NBA player. You think you got a big fish. Like, motherfucker, like this little bit of bag of weed ain't gonna get you, motherfucker. You ain't finna get no Nobel Peace Prize for this shit. You know what I'm saying? All you did was stop me from going to the pool party. That's all you fucking did.
Fucked up the whole vibe.
Fucked up the whole vibe, man. My dog had the chef, had the DJ, had the pool party. The whole vibe was fucked up, man. I done got jammed up coming from Q Rich crib, man. So the first thing I do is I call my business manager and I call my lawyer, obviously. Get there. These dirty motherfuckers, first of all, it's FHP, Florida Highway Patrol. They arrest their mama. They arrest anybody. Florida Highway Patrol will arrest their fucking mama. They will take anybody to jail. As soon as I get downtown to the county, the first thing they do is look at me and say, what the fuck is you doing here? They could have let you go. They put me in a cell with baseless bums and runaways and had the nerve to get my homeboy her own cell by himself. Oh, what the fuck? They put me in a cell. Let me say this shit again. They put me in a cell with baseless bums and runaways, and they gave my homeboy a cell by himself. I walk in the cell, the man sitting on the toilet, taking a shit. Metal toilet. First of all, dog, instantly I'm saying to myself, this is not rehabilitation. Ain't nobody walking out here a better person. Ain't nobody walking out here a better person.
Did you stop smoking weed after that?
Hell no. What for? Motherfucker got me fucked up. All I did was get a driver now. But listen.
I remember that shit.
Bruh.
We at the house, we found that shit out like, we was like, damn. Cause he was like, he was supposed to be coming through.
Man,
like,
I got the pistol and all, killer. They done got I got the fire in that bitch and everything. I'm riding dirty.
Because he told fire.
Yo, man. So what they did was they let me out after midnight that night. But the fact that everybody I was in the jail cell with, they let all them motherfuckers out too, because at the end of the day, it was on the weekend, and you can't go to court till Monday. Mm-hmm. So I would have had to sit the whole weekend.
Leave?
Huh?
Out?
They let everybody that was in the cell with me leave out because they knew once I left out, the fucking news cameras was gonna be there. Mm-hmm. So it was about 6 people in the cell with me. They let them out first, and them motherfuckers went to the right. And the news camera started chasing them to the right to see if I was in the crowd of 6.
And you could have left.
And I hit the left and jumped in my car. So 6 motherfuckers got out on the house because of me that night. Hopefully they ain't get their ass back in there.
Coming to Coral Gables in my crib.
Man, trying to hang out with my dog, man. Got jammed up.
Hey,
now my case got expunged. There's nothing on my record. I was innocent, like I said. I told his ass the first time. Innocent, Jack. You ain't getting nothing from me, motherfucker. You act like you got El Chapo. Yeah. Like, what you think you gonna do?
I don't know if I ever thought.
When they pulled you over, like, officer, you tripping, it's just incense.
Hey, So the backstory to that.
That's y'all something, because y'all started the Florida movement before Joakim them Noah and them started winning them championships. Y'all went all the way to the championship. How proud of y'all was y'all of them when y'all was seeing them running off them championships and staying in school to stay together to win championships?
Man, we just talked about that. We thought, I mean, obviously, he's from here. And to see Florida where it's at now, we had Coach Donovan on a podcast not too long ago.
Yeah.
Like, to see where it's been, where it started, where it's at now, like, we take a lot of pride in that. Obviously, it's, like, no different than anything that anyone's ever done.
Yeah.
Like, we had options to go other places. And Coach Donovan was a 30-year-old coach, started recruiting us. And we went there unknown, man. We had a chance to win a natty our sophomore year, lost to Michigan State.
Yeah.
Still hate them dudes.
Which one of them years did we beat y'all in the United Center?
That was our sophomore year.
We talked about that.
Yeah, well,
we talked about that.
We
talked about that.
That
was our sophomore year.
How much you have, Q?
I
Double
can't
double?
recall, but I definitely
No.
did.
First of all,
we don't win. But I
You
don't
probably
know.
listen.
motherfucker
Everybody
walking
knew what you
double-double.
did. Okay, listen.
We don't win if I ain't get sense. You know that.
You can book this 6'5" motherfucker for a double-double. For sure. Like, you can book that. Like, and I was
He boxing
determined.
out on
I was
offense,
determined
huh?
to out-rebound this motherfucker that game. Just determined.
Yeah.
There's no way this 6'5" motherfucker finna out-rebound me. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I didn't understand how, because at that time in my career, I didn't have a rebounder mentality.
Yeah.
He's just a dog in there.
No,
He's just a
he
fucking
was,
dog.
He was an elite rebounder.
He taught me how to
fucking
box
dog.
out on offense.
Yeah. They beat the shit out of us, though, in the United
Yeah, they
Center.
whooped their ass up there. They put one
Y'all
on
nice
us.
at a whip, though. Y'all a nice little team, though.
Oh, they were strapped.
Jumping ass McPherson, Bobby
Bobby-
Simmons,
yes,
Stephen Hunt.
yes,
Big Lance.
yes.
Yeah, they had a nice little whip.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Quiet like D-Wade.
Bobby Simmons was smooth,
Quiet,
too,
he was
buddy.
nice.
He was on the team
Man,
when
that's
we
what I'm
went
saying.
to
USA
USA.
basketball.
Bobby was
But
nice.
but to answer your question, D, like we take a lot of pride in that. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of stuff that we did, if we don't do it, do they actually show up there and go there?
Yeah.
You know, obviously I believe in Coach Donovan and what he's doing, but it's like anything else in life, man. You got to have a track record, and the first person's got to believe.
Yeah.
It's easy once they believe, right? And so, you know, putting that team together was fun, man. We should have won a natty, but we came up
Yeah,
short.
our tournament run was crazy. I remember that. But
Yeah.
it was that Mateen
Teddy
Cleaves and that
Dupay.
Mo Pete.
They got them 5 threes, boy.
I seen Teddy Dupay in high school score 55
Oh yeah, he was just
in St. Louis.
At the Coca-Cola shootout.
Man, I ain't never. I had down. That shit was crazy. One step cross half court and he in
Teddy
his range.
Dupay?
Go.
One step cross half court and
He
he was
was
in his
letting that
range.
bitch go.
Ooh, I see him score 55, and it was 55 to the most amazing points.
Let me tell you something. He believed in himself more than any human being I've
Oh,
ever seen in my
no,
life.
listen. I could tell the story about Ted right now. Can I tell this story?
Of course you can.
Ted and Mike are in a camp together, and they end up being roommates.
McDonald's All-American.
McDonald's All-American. They in a fucking camp at McDonald's All-American together.
Yeah, the
they end up being
McDonald's All-American
roommates.
game, we're
I'm already
roommates.
crying from the stories we've been telling. This shit here finna make me laugh. Yo, they fucking roommates. So Ted looking at the paper, and they got the rankings on the paper. And Ted say, "This is fucking bullshit." and Mike
Y'all know
says,
Ted, right?
and Mike
Y'all know-
says, "What happened?" Ted say, "They got you ranked number 1, and they got me ranked number 2. I'm way fucking better than you."
I'll tell you the story.
I might have messed it up, but that's how it went.
100%. The gist is perfect. But to know Ted, you have to know the story. Like, Ted's fucking crazy. He believes in himself, right? And I don't know Ted for nothing.
Yeah.
And we're in there, and he's like, "Man, this is some bullshit." I'm like, "Dog, what's up?" He's like, "Man, yeah." He's looking at the thing, the McDonald's All-American game. Obviously, we played it together. Has on there, it says, "Man, they got you ranked 5th in the country. They got me like 27. And I'm way fucking better than you." I said, "Hey, Ted, nice to meet you, bro."
That's crazy.
And that was about to be my
Y'all got to
teammate.
sleep in the
Yeah,
hotel.
oh,
to get-
yeah.
Oh,
Man,
man,
listen.
listen.
Let me tell you something about Ted. Like he said, you got to know Ted.
Yeah.
I bet Ted $250 one day in practice that he couldn't dunk. Ted know goddamn well he can't dunk. But Ted swore me up and down that he can fucking dunk the ball. Like, the unbelievable belief that he has in himself, which is great sometimes, which was ridiculous that day when he said he was way better than this motherfucking man, and obviously telling me he could dunk. But the belief that Ted has in himself,
elite.
like, it's
why
unbelievable.
he had 55 that game.
Yeah,
You
it's
saw him, though.
unbelievable.
I didn't
like,
know who the fuck he was.
Oh, he's in tune with his star player for sure.
But when he scored that
He's into his
55, I
fucking
knew
style
him
player.
forever.
Teddy Dupay was pissed. We went to you remember back then you could only go like to 2 games. You could go to McDonald's and like one other.
Yeah.
You had the magic round ball, and yeah.
We went to the Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
He was fucking pissed that I won the 3-point contest. I won everything at that. I won a dunk contest, three-point contest, and an MVP. But he couldn't believe that I won it. You know, that was his shit. Like, you don't win that. And then I won it. Like, I wasn't even a shooter back then like that. It was like, he was sick.
Yeah, I can see Ted being mad about that shit.
Maybe so can I.
I can see Ted being mad. How the fuck did you win? I'm a way better shooter. I'm a way better shooter than you. How the fuck did you win?
Shout out Ted.
Speaking of 3-point shooting, this next segment of the podcast is brought to you by Prize Picks. These are my top 5 shooters in the league now. Okay. Now understand something when you see the list. Mine has to do with not just percentages, but attempts per game, right? Because that's a talent. Curry getting up 11, that's a talent. Obviously, that's not going to be an argument. Curry's never going to be an argument.
11-3.
I want y'all to hear it. Like, this is my top 5 shooters in the league right now, presented by Prize Picks. So my list: Curry, Kyrie, KD, Dame, and Desmond Bane. That's my list. Y'all go. What's up? Talk to me. But y'all.
I like it. I told you I would swap Desmond Bane and put Trae Young.
I have a problem immediately.
What's your problem?
You ain't got no white guys on there.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'll drop.
So get one.
I'll drop Desmond Bane.
How you supposed to get one, motherfucker? Why I got to do it? You're supposed to have 3 of them up there. I can give you 2 right now. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson.
So you got better shooters than those guys.
Tyler Hero is shooting almost 50% from 3 right now. Did you know that?
Nope.
I
didn't know that.
Tyler Hero shooting almost 50% from 3 right now.
Who you taking off?
Shit, if I'm telling you somebody's shooting almost 50% from 3, then take your fucking pick, because none of them ain't close.
But you take them better than any of those 3 shooters.
We talking about shooters. We ain't say players, we said shooters.
No, shooter. This is shooters.
Yes.
You got to win games.
Hell yes.
If you have a shot.
Murray might belong on that list too, though.
I got Luka on that list. Take Bane off, put Luka on that list.
That's closer. All. So who you say names? Who you gonna take out?
I'm taking Bane off.
Okay, I can't. I love the
I love
him.
I love him, man. Obviously,
I'm not disrespecting him.
Yeah, I think he got it. Hard. Whenever we have the top 5,
he's having a damn good year, and obviously he's hurt right now. But with Ja being out, he was handling his business. So you know what I'm saying.
I look at that list though, and Bane is the only one he's not the closer.
Yep.
So that's why I would
change him to
Trae Young.
That's why I look
every
at
last
shooting.
one of them up there, you get on the ball at the end of the game and say, "Go get the chicken."
And they shoot it too.
Yeah, Luka.
So
Luka's a good one. I like Luka.
Luka is good.
We talking about closing it out?
No, I'm just saying, like, if someone had a gun to your head right now, and you had to get one of them motherfuckers to make a shot.
Gun to my head, I don't want none of them motherfuckers shooting for me. With my life on the line, I want to shoot that shot.
You want me to shoot it? I know.
You're right. I would prefer you to shoot it. But no, I got to put Hero and Duncan in there. I got to.
I like it.
I got to.
I like it.
I got to take Bane out.
You combine them.
Nah, I can't combine them. I'm looking for one more to take out.
I love Bane.
Okay. So Luka over Desmond Bane. You got Trae Young over D Bane. Are we keeping everything else the same?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
He thinking about that Luka now.
Damn.
Yeah, he is thinking about the Luka. I can think about the Tyler Hero and Duncan one's good, but who you taking out?
I'm taking out KD, man.
KD?
Ooh. We ain't saying scorers. We ain't saying basketball players. The word upstairs says shooters. Shooters.
So that's
in a shooting competition, Duncan Robinson, yes, I think he would beat KD.
Okay.
If we just talking about who we think will win in a shooting competition.
Oh, shooting competition is different though. I'm talking about this. I swing to you, or you got to give me something at the end of the game. Like it all goes into it because shooting is a pressure too now. Like you
but
pressure bust pipes. We know that.
I'm going with shooters, and I'm putting Hero up there with Bane.
I like that.
And as
it's
much as I love,
different though.
And then we talk about KD.
Like if we just talk about just who shooters, like if you think about if you put these guys in a 3-point contest, and then you go top 5 from there, I don't know if I do that because see to me Kyrie is like a.
Kyrie won the 3-point contest.
This is what I'm about to say. Like he's a funny dude because he's more of the. He sees any moment.
Yep.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like he could just you gotta be special. Like it's like that's like one of his superpowers. Like it don't that's why at the end of the game,
man, that's
big
what I'm saying.
shot,
All
whatever,
those
like
guys.
3-point cut, because some of the best shooters never won a 3-point contest because of the moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when you look at when he won that shit, I say, look, remember I told you, I say that motherfucker know how to get a moment. He know how to take a moment and make it his own.
Yeah.
That's why he could probably exist on any type of list because he got that sense of oh, this is it. I'm about to take this shit over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got to take KD out because he only attempt 4.6 per game.
Yeah.
That's and once again, scorer, basketball player, bar none. He's up there. But we're talking about just shooters right now.
But he shoot mostly jump shots.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. But we talking about threes, right? Yeah.
No,
shit, if we talking about mid-range, then put me in that shit. I was clutching fucking mid-range. Like, what we doing?
Hey.
We talking threes?
Keep your line in. You know it.
We talking threes? What we talking, Killer? We talking threes? If we talking threes,
pick and pop, lived on that.
If we talking threes, then I got to go obviously, because if you're talking about a 3-point shooter or just somebody that can shoot, we talking about a 3-point shooter, shit. Look at the attempts of everybody else compared to his.
Yeah, you right.
Look at Curry attempts if he's
right.
a 3-point. Dame
Getting 11
attempts.
up, if you're Steph Curry, getting 11 up is amazing to me.
but
Man.
look
I
at
love
Dame.
it.
Look at Dame.
Because you know that's what
Did you ever shoot 11 threes?
No, I mean I shot 11. My most probably 6
In
a
a
game.
game.
In a
Hell
game, yeah.
I done shot 18.
But you played with a new style
D'Antoni,
offense.
yeah.
He wasn't
I
playing in
never
them
got to
type
see
of
that.
offense.
I never got to
Did
see
you
that.
ever put up 11?
Oh yeah, I shot 11. Yeah, but not very often. Not averaging 11 per game. Fuck,
Yeah.
this
This
is something.
motherfucker average
that's
10 a
wild.
game.
Oh
That's
yeah, Phoenix.
crazy.
Listen. Phoenix, it was let it fly like Peyton Manning. did.
That's the
I'm
one
talking
thing.
about outside of Phoenix, anywhere else did you shoot
In
that?
LA, I shot a lot of threes like that a couple times, and in New York.
I don't remember you shooting threes like that.
I got double figures up. It's easy.
You shoot that motherfucker in Phoenix.
That was the one thing, man. When I was being a free agent, the D'Antoni thing. That's one of the things that intrigued me, man. Because I saw that shit, I was
I
like,
used to
don't
want
matter
to
who you are, you come
beat
there, you
that
just-
motherfucker up. D'Antoni, because when we used to play Phoenix, his scout report was, I don't know why he thought that the best way to win was to leave me open. I understand we had Shaq.
Yeah.
I understand we had Shaq, but you trying me. This is the most disrespectful shit ever in life if you think that this is the scout report to beat us. I used to want to beat that motherfucker
you ain't
up. I
the
took it
one?
personally. I used to want to beat that motherfucker up. Like, you think that I'm the motherfucker? That's gonna be the motherfucking weak link.
Disrespecting,
I used to want to beat D'Antoni the fuck up. To this day, bro, and I didn't like D'Antoni for that. Like, you think that I'm the weak motherfucker. That's who you gonna go
Let
for.
me tell you what that was. That was all analytics. D'Antoni's like, we'll give up a 12-footer.
Okay,
probably.
well, Indiana had analytics. You see what we did today.
Man, well, I know. I saw
13
it.
for 14.
Hey, stand
That's what
on it.
analytics
Stand
got.
on
That's
that.
what analytics got your ass. And then your dumb ass tried it again the very next year. You came back with the exact same game plan. We gonna leave them open again.
How'd that
Got
work
your
out
ass
for
lit up again. Like, I don't understand those analytics. That shit made me not like people. Like, cause you're trying to fucking embarrass me.
Hey.
That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to embarrass me. You like treat me like a fucking non-player on the NBA court. You're trying to fucking embarrass me.
What's your
I used to want to
deal?
beat
You gonna
D'Antoni
make
the
your
fuck
coach
up.
take you out the game?
Huh?
You make the coach take you out the game?
Yeah, you trying to fucking embarrass me, bruh.
What's your deal with Ticket and Paul?
What's your deal with Ticket?
I ain't got no
Put that
deal.
shit up there. We'll show what the deal is. It started with you.
It started with me.
Yeah, it started with you. We gonna put it on.
Let me
You
see.
started all that shit.
Oh, it did. Oh, we got.
Hey, you
receipts?
know me, man. I was always in something.
No,
I was always in something.
Hold
I
on.
get
No.
in the middle
You
of
got, you got
shit.
receipts?
Yeah, I got receipts. We got receipts for sure. We gonna show Black. We gonna clear the air right now. We
He
gonna see
cool
what
with
we
Ticket
gonna
and
see where all
Paul,
that
though.
shit
I'm cool
started
with
at.
everybody.
That shit, no,
we interviewed
that
Ticket
shit
and
started
Paul.
with him and Paul first. I don't know what they had going on, but you know me, shit. Right or wrong, take sides for your dog. We'll
I'll
talk
tell you
about
how
what
it
happened
started,
later.
though. That started from summer times in Chicago.
So that's where his shit
Again.
started.
Paul,
See,
this little shit talking.
he started that shit and got me in on that shit. Here it go right
Then
here.
they seen each other in Phoenix.
Oh, here it is.
Here it is. Here we go. Q Rich. Fuck him. Fuck him. Now here I come. Now I cut KG. Now he done turned his head. He don't want none of that. Now you looking the other way. I'm looking the other way. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I don't know why Big Baby took that straight. I pushed him all over the place. Look at this.
Oh,
watch
damn.
what I do. Watch what I do to Big Baby. Here, watch how I do Big Baby. I pushed his ass down. So
Oh yeah, show that interview. That interview was funny.
It was.
get your ass
The
out of
interview
here.
was funny.
Get your ass out of
Let's
here.
see the interview. Let's see
The
the
one with
interview.
me with the tank top on.
Oh
right
my
Yeah, let's see the
God!
interview.
That
Let's
was the game.
there. After the game.
I gotta hear the interview. I gotta see the interview.
What's that
So-
for?
All right, how funny was seeing Jahmahl? Oh God, he caught you.
And what I pushed the motherfucker, I pushed
He
Big
lucky
Baby
Big
down in
Cat
the ground.
didn't really
That's what I'm
do
saying.
nothing to him.
Jahmahl McGlure was best.
Whoa!
Watch this. Go
See
ahead and
Big
get that
Cat
dish
right there.
rag. Big Baby, you ain't deserve that straight, but you was in the
Look
wrong
at J.O.
place.
pushed him down. You and J.O.
Me and
double
J.O.
teamed
tried
him.
to track the trail of his ass.
You lucky Big Cat didn't get involved in for real.
But see, my thing was I ain't even want Big Baby. He just got in the way. I was going for number 5. That's who I was going for. I wanted to try to catch number 5.
so that goes back to your question then. What is it?
With me?
Yeah.
I done had Paul
The question you asked.
and Ticket on the show.
Yeah, the question you asked him.
What's good? I seen he had some smoke for.
My thing is with Ticket, it's just I understand you gotta hype yourself up. I understand we all our own biggest fan. But the shit that man said out his mouth, you can't say that. That's just where I'm from. Straight up. That's all it is. It's just that simple.
He
The
said
shit
something to you
No,
specifically?
fuck no.
or
He ain't never
just-
said it to me, Black.
So
he
he
never
just,
said it to me.
he just talking.
He ain't never said it to me.
Okay.
He said it to other people on my team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But where I'm from, man, you just can't do that, bro. You get the whole park shut up talking like that. You talk that shit like how he talk to people. All right, I'll be right back. That's what's gonna happen. Like, and I just, them rules just applied for me all the way up. I never was talking disrespectful. I never tried nobody. Now, if you started that shit, then we gonna take it there. But I never was taught to talk crazy and disrespectful. People, bitch ass nigga, tastes like Fruit Loops and all the crazy shit that come out this man's mouth. And I'm saying to myself, who the fuck? I be looking around like, yo, this nigga tripping, bro. And then I be like, and then they get to the point where he be saying it so much, I be like, yo, who you talking to? Talking to me? I just want to understand. He was never talking to me, but
So he can't say it on the court.
he ain't never say that shit to my
He ain't
face.
said it directly to no teammates or nothing.
No, not me. He said it to Chris Bosh. He used to say crazy shit to Chris
he
Bosh
said
all the
it
time.
about- Okay.
He used to say crazy shit to Chris Bosh all the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that was that, and that's my teammate. And I used to beg for CB, just anything, any kind of rebuttal. Fuck you.
Just start some shit.
Yeah, just say something, CB. I got your back. Soon as the shit pop off, don't you worry. I'm here. But you got to say something. You know what I'm saying? But just the level of disrespect, man. But
You
as
got
a
him
basketball
going now.
player,
Look at you.
as a basketball player now, you can't knock what the ticket did.
Shit, he was
you know
nice.
what I'm saying?
Fuck,
As
he was
a
so
hooper.
good.
But that crazy shit he used to say out of his mouth, I can't go for that under no circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Now, Paul, that's just a part of the rivalry. At the end of the day, it's fuck the whole other side, not just half. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put 1 foot in and 1 foot out of that. Like, if that's your man's and I don't fuck with him, then 9 times out of 10, nope, not 9, 10 times out of 10, I probably don't fuck with you. And at the end of the day, his situation kickstarted the whole thing, and that just gave me a opportunity to act on the shit I was already feeling
funniest
anyway.
shit is people like you saw when they was showing on the thing. They thought like it was like something real deep with me and Paul. Like somebody took somebody's girl or something. It was all type of rumors because like we went for years. We would get double tests get thrown out. We got kicked out the game in Madison Square Garden on MLK Day.
Yeah, that shit, that was him and Paul.
Double
I was just there.
Martin Luther
Get
King
your ass
birthday,
out the
man.
game.
Yeah, nah, he started that shit, but I was just there. But I thought he had some with Paul, just like he said. So my thing was never with Paul. Paul was just on the other side of that shit. But like I say, Ticket just be talking crazy, and I can't go for that.
That's funny.
I can't go for that. I mean, you just seen Shumpert talking about it the other day on the podcast of how the shit Ticket used to say. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass nigga, that nigga sweet.
Yeah.
What? First of all,
But you gotta understand.
He
like,
always when I play against, he always talk, but I never. It never
see, you
seemed like he was
not
talking
you
to
not-
me.
You
Yeah.
not like me and UD. Me and UD was them people that
yeah,
we
like who
make
the
it about us.
We like who the
It
fuck?
ain't got shit. Like he could be over there around the corner talking some shit. Mother, yeah. And we wait, hold on, who the fuck he talking
Yeah,
to?
who the
And
fuck
then,
you
like,
talking
that's
to?
how we just gonna
We
involve
need to
ourselves.
understand. Put a name with that
And
shit.
it's gonna
Say-
aggravate us that he's doing that.
Yeah, it
it's just
agitates you.
like and it, whoever. Like you done seen me do this before. Like, look at this motherfucker. Who he think he is? And then I'm gonna be at him.
Cause we used to dunk and be like bitch ass, you know, and whoever
It
just
wasn't
took
even,
it,
but it
just
don't
took
even be a
away.
dunk, Black. It ain't even a dunk. We just in the middle of the play. This bitch ass nigga sweet. Come to me. Let me get it. I got a sweet motherfucker on me right now. Throw me the ball. Nigga, fuck the ball. Fuck the ball.
Hey, that's
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
That
but
kind of shit.
I think that's when you look at it, that's the biggest, like when you talk about, I was talking about this with my partner the other day, like that's one of the biggest differences in the era that we in now in our era. Like the shit he talking about, I know him and I used to do it and I know other players from my era that would do it. He the type of person that he could be sitting at the crib and he watching it on TV. Look at this fuck nigga talking all that dumb ass shit like they ain't going that fuck. Like he hyped, like we had that era. We had people in the league that would get agitated sitting at home watching that shit on TV and carry that shit to the arena when we go see them motherfuckers next time. Try that shit tonight.
Mike.
All that shit he was talking the other day. I want to
Literally-
see that shit tonight.
literally-
We talking to our teammates
Hey,
like this.
Mike,
we talking to our
Mike.
teammates like this,
Mike,
bro.
how many years you been out the league since you been
5.
how many years you been?
know, 7.
He just went to the finals and he ain't even a full year out the league, so he still got the
doubt.
shit in. It's gonna take him like 4 or 5 years till he finally just let it all go.
Yeah. And you see,
right now he still got it in him. He still got the competitive in him, but it's gonna take him 4 or 5 years to finally just let it go. Like, man, let me fuck with the kid.
You know this motherfucker over here, he tapped me under the table. Hey, watch this shit. Watch this shit. I'm about to ask him this question. I'm gonna fire his ass up.
It's the same shit that happened with Dwight though. That little thing that happened with me and Dwight, it was like what you said. I sit at home, I watch a lot of basketball. We all know how Dwight is on the rebound. He'll grab you, sling you down, and all that shit. So I've been watching this man do this shit all year to people. So when I get to the game, I know goddamn well he ain't finna try me like this. Not to know he ain't. This motherfucker that got the nerve to now, if you look at the video, I shook my head. I say, nah. Because I was playing well. You know, I don't play that much at that time, but I'm playing well.
Yeah.
Do I want to fuck up what I got going on right now? And I think to myself how I teach my young fellas, don't let nobody fuck with you or try you, because if you do, they're going to keep doing it. At that point, the decision was made. I got to poke him in his fucking eye. I got to poke him in his fucking eye. If I can, I'll poke your fucking eyeball through your head. You know what I'm saying? Because I asked him, I said, come on, man. I said, come on. And I approached him on some G shit. Like, come on, Dwight, man. We OGs, man, with that bullshit. Like, we ain't on that, man. Like, what we doing, dog? Well, what you going to do? Oh, what I'm going to do? Then I'm going to poke your fucking eye out.
Let me ask you this: since y'all said the James Johnson, what you and Bam said, because man, I love James.
So do I.
Like he's such a good dude.
Really good dude.
Awesome
I'm talking about like a real good dude. Like him and his family, he always family oriented. He always respectful. Man, I love dude.
Yeah.
You think Giannis would do that same shit again?
Hell no.
With James
Under no
Johnson?
circumstances. That's why Indiana went and signed JJ. Mm-hmm. They knew what time it was. That shit happened the next day. So motherfucker ran in their locker room and they went and got JJ. Hell no. JJ would have tied Giannis ass up in knots. He would have ran up in there with that shit. Under no circumstances.
And the funny thing is literally a week after that happened, Orlando's playing Indiana
Right.
And there's some shit that happened at the end of the half. And the only person that stood at center court while everyone was getting off the court was JJ. I said exactly why they signed this dude.
And JJ understand what his role is now.
That he ain't playing that bullshit.
He understand what his role is now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Understand what his role is now being in Indiana and why he's there. You know, he's there to be a mentor, an OG, but he also there to be an enforcer.
And it's good to, be in that role and collect $2 million.
You ain't lying,
just sitting on the couch.
You ain't lying,
I know what I want to ask you, though.
Oh, here we go again.
I know what I want to ask you. Because I about lost my damn mind. I got to read the text I actually sent to him. When Spo got that Brinks truck backed up on him. Ooh,
congratulations, Spo.
Nostra got
Nostra. Let me hold something, Spo. Let me hold something.
Congratulations, though, man.
Let me hold something.
Look, that's what I texted him. I said, God damn, Spo.
Yeah. I said, and if you know Spo like we know Spo, he ain't spending none of that.
No. Boy, look, I said, let me hold $5.
What he got, 120?
120.
Spo gonna pass away with 118.
Man, boy, he gonna have all that bread.
He gonna pass away with 118. Spo ain't spending no money. I'm happy for him, man. Well deserved.
Hey,
well deserved.
Well fucking deserved. I was there from the beginning.
Man.
I watched the whole process. I watched the evolution of Spo. I watched the growth of Spo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker is amazing when it comes to X's and O's and figuring out how to maximize the opportunities and the talent level of the team.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there with him the whole time, man.
The funny thing is when you were talking about who's going to come out of the East and you said Miami, obviously on 7-game series, like you can't discount
It's
Spo.
believable. It's very true.
100%.
They gonna be
and that's why he got 120.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Because you have a 7-game series, they have a chance. Because he gonna kill people in between in game adjustments and between game adjustments. He's elite at that.
And we got a secret weapon, me motherfucker.
Oh damn!
No, the thing that's crazy is like.
So what's your percentage on that? What's your percentage on that?
On what?
On that
Because he got that 120 because you.
I wish, Black. Shit, boy, I'll take 0.5. Shit, I'll take 0.5. Shit, I wish I would. Listen, I wish we was a package deal. Goddamn, he sit at the front of the bench, I sit at the end. Everything in the middle, we kept that shit copacetic. So I should have got something, but it ain't work like that.
Hey, listen, like he said, I got so much respect for Spo. Like the crazy thing, like my relationship with Spo, you would think I played like 6 years here or something. I wasn't here but 1 year, remember?
Spo wanted to beat up Mike. I just had to put that out there. What's your relationship with Spo? Motherfucker.
Spo, I love Spo, man. I love Spo. No, it's just competitive shit. You know what I mean? Like, you come here, you want to bump like anything else. So like it was a tough one. I was injured a lot, but I didn't get the playing time. I thought I was going to get. But I was thankful, D.
Straight up.
Mike and Spo went to square off. Had to get the gloves.
But that's something else I respect about Spo. Like
100%.
Spo, you remember I used to get into it with Spo a lot.
Yeah.
I used to Spo knew my heart was in the right place, so he allowed that, and he would accept
Same
it like
thing.
that. Like I respect coaches just like that allow men to be men as long as you ain't doing no dumbass stupid shit and fucking up the shit. But like. He allowed that.
No doubt.
He welcomed that. Challenged me. He gonna go back and forth, whatever. He'll fuck you, and then it's all good. That shit was left yesterday. He ain't gonna come in tomorrow and try and treat you like shit because y'all got into it. He cool.
What's the word they use in the NBA? Detrimental to the team. As long as you ain't
detrimental
detrimental.
to the team.
As long as you ain't detrimental to the team.
When I first got hit with that, I was like, what the fuck is detrimental?
Conduct detrimental to
I'm
the
gonna tell you
team.
the truth. What one of my first thoughts was, because like when he got the 120, I was like, so damn, like. What that mean for the assistant coaches? Because I could have been one of them. Like, did I fuck up? Like, damn. I was like, you remember you did? He trying to get me for 5 straight. I was like, how does this
That's
work?
a great question, Curious. I don't
Does
know
this
how that
trickle
works.
down to the
I don't know how that
guys?
works. I don't know how that works, but we got a great staff. You know what I'm saying? So
Amazing staff,
everybody has been part of the success. You know what I'm saying?
like
You understand
Leak,
that.
Quentin,
Yeah.
CB now.
That's
Like,
above my pay grade, Q Rich. I wish I knew that answer.
I'm not gonna lie. That was one of my after the initial woo hooting and hollering. I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. Damn. Does that mean I was like,
Assistants get the upgrade too.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're going to find out about how they approach the rest of the season. We're going to see when them boys come in practice. Hey, let's go. We're going to find out what the boy bag look like. We'll see what that intensity. But
Hey.
I gotta imagine that at some point those guys are going to be taken care of. Or they're going to have opportunity to go somewhere else and be taken care of. So, that's part of the business. That's how that shit go.
Nah, I was glad to see that, man.
So,
just
He never got the credit he deserves.
Never.
my
When you look at all those
Spo
coaches up there, the Popovich and the Monty
He
Williams and
never
all those
talked like
guys,
that.
Steve Kerr, like conversation-wise, he was always up there. Financially, he was never up there.
Yeah.
I don't for whatever reason, but he is now. Shit, he done surpassed everybody. So shout out to Spo, man. That's my
deserved it,
dog,
bro.
man. The
He
Spostra
does.
Nostra, man.
The
Spo knows.
Nostra.
Spo knows. Let me hold something.
Well, fellas, man,
$5.
we appreciate y'all. We could sit here and do this all damn day.
Yeah.
OGs, man, we appreciate y'all coming in. Knuckleheads, check y'all out, man. It's
Yeah.
elite. But thank you so much for coming in.
I have one question. Y'all been doing obviously.
Here we go again.
The,
We'll
the
be another hour.
Knuckleheads, man. 4 years, obviously, like everything that the ups and the downs. You know what I'm saying? What advice would y'all have for us who's just getting into the podcast game, the podcast life? You know what I'm saying? On camera, off camera. What advice would y'all have for us moving forward?
And embrace the responsibility of it, because I feel like that's what me and Q, it just felt like that. We a brotherhood. We love having conversations with y'all. Like I say, we can talk hours and hours and hours, and just embrace it. Embrace everybody's story to get it out there, to help it get out there, because everybody ain't LeBron James or everybody not Michael Jordan, and all of us got stories. You know what I'm saying? All of us might not be Hall of Famers, but all of us got stories. So we embrace that, and we feel like it's a responsibility. So as long as y'all feel like it's a responsibility and y'all feel like y'all embracing it, I feel like that's a dope way to look into it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, whatever y'all angle, however y'all, you know what I'm saying, whatever y'all purpose of it is, just stay down with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the space is crazy crowded.
Yeah.
It's crazy just every other day is whatever. And it is cool. We all could do it, but it's like sometimes what I see is people doing things for clicks. You know what I'm saying? Doing it for I ain't gotta really worry about that with y'all. I know y'all, but like that's my advice to anybody. Like don't try and jump on trends or do shit to get clicks, because like at the end of the day, that shit gonna come and go. You know what I'm saying? But like, and if we being real, most of the shit that really gets picked up is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like the bullshit. And like, I feel like when he say the responsibility, that's our responsibility, is to stay away from the bullshit and deliver just good shit. Like when we sit down with any of our peers, we gonna try and glorify them to the highest, because like he said, regardless if you was an all-star, Hall of Fame, whatever, like, you still did some incredible shit. It's less than 5,000 of us, my boy, just walking around this planet, period, forever. And each and every one of us got crazy, detailed stories that if people got to hear, would enjoy it in one way or another. from the way we came up, from, you know, their personalities or whatever, and what people had to go through, like all that shit, we feel like if we just sit down and talk to you, we ain't got to try and get you. Yeah. We gonna holler at you and get enough good shit and just let it go.
It should be just like when we be having this conversation if cameras weren't there. That's what it is.
And exactly. And we, you know, we just always try and make sure that when we do something with somebody, we don't want to put them in no type of way. Like if it's something in the interview that we think is like, we'll take that shit out. Instead of running it, like we not gonna run it because we don't want that clip.
Yeah. It be a lot of bullshit be said though.
Yeah, sometimes we say it. We like because we don't want it to be
but we would take
a lightning rod for controversy. Like we taking shit out because we know how we can be. When somebody might say something about somebody, like, we can't let that one hit the world like that. We gonna just keep that one away. We don't want it to be the bullshit, you know, like so, you know, just that. But that's really it, man, because it's like you say, it's gonna be always, and then when you sit down, you might sit down one time and some shit might happen like, damn, what we gonna do with this? And it's like, you know, the higher ups might be like, yo, this is gonna be good, but you like, nah, we can't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say just stay down, man, because it's gonna come around anyway.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate y'all, man. For real, it's love.
Yeah, we came through the OG.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. For real.
So
that 2000 draft.
The 2000 draft, we got that motherfucker in a chokehold, though.
Hey, that's all good, man. I was watching.
You were a part of it.
I was technically. Technically, Nate tried me. Nate, you tried me, dog. You told me you was gonna draft me. I ain't gonna forget that shit. That's how I'm wired.
All right, what is the OG device today?
We touched on this today.
No, he get that motherfucker back finger going.
My OG, when that finger get deployed, fuck around. Hey, my OG talk of the day is we talked on it, man. And like Black said earlier, man, it's okay to elevate. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to elevate, man. Keeping it real can go wrong, man. Stop trying to keep it real and just be real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to, when you're trying to keep it real, that's when you fuck up, man. Don't try to keep it real, just be real. Keeping it real go wrong a lot of times, man. It's better to go back and bring people out than to go back and stay. You know what I'm saying? It's better to go back and bring people out than to go back and stay. So keeping it real can go wrong. Don't be trying to keep it real in this fucking world. Just be real and be yourself.
OG.
That's the OG word of the
right
day.
There,
That's the OG word of the day.
All right, man. Well, appreciate that OG advice.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, I'm almost ashamed of myself that we weren't going to give people that advice. That was my fault.
Yeah, they would have blew. Yeah. Because everybody out here want to keep it real.
Yeah, that's right.
Just be real.
Anything else before we go?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
That's it.
Appreciate y'all, man. Tune in Tuesday.
For smokers only.
OG's out, though, for real. Appreciate y'all.